You're on.
Thank you. Good evening and welcome to the Town of Limington Select Board meeting for January 8th, 2026. We will call this meeting to order at 7:02 and begin with the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you very much. All right. We will call for the approval of the meeting minutes from December 18th, 2025.
I make a motion to accept the minutes of December 18th, 2025.
I'll second that.
We have a motion and a second?
Yeah, I don't have that paper, but I'll second it.
Oh, you don't? Oh, I'm sorry. Okay. It's still on your desk, I think.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, motion and second. All in favor? Thank you. Approval of the warrants for week 52.
That's okay.
Okay. Payroll warrant number 118 for $40,236.08, and appropriations warrant 119 for $91,491.73, for a total of the warrants 118 and 119, $131,727.81.
I make a motion to approve week 52 warrants 118 and 119.
I will second.
We have a motion and a second. Any discussion? All in favor? Thank you. Approval for warrants for week 1, 2026. Payroll warrant 120 for $39,227.94. And the appropriations warrant number 121, $499,936.83, which includes the MSAD number 6 payment of $384,536.18, for a total of these two warrants for week 1, $539,161.77.
I make a motion to approve week 1 warrants 120 and appropriations warrant 121.
I'll second.
All right, we have a motion and a second. Any discussion? All in favor? Thank you. And approval of warrants for week 2. Payroll warrant number 2, $40,180.35, and appropriations warrant number 3 for $67,704.93. Total for warrants 2 and 3, $107,885.28.
I make a motion to accept week 2's warrants, warrant number 2 payroll and warrant number 3 appropriations.
I'll second.
We have a motion and a second. Any discussion? All in favor? Thank you. That's because we've had two back-to-back Thursday evenings that we were not here for Christmas and New Year's. So getting caught up on the housekeeping, and thank you to Matt for all the work that he does.
Yes.
From the office hours, the select board talked about ways to improve the transfer station operations. As you guys know, Wayne has retired from longstanding service there, so it's a good opportunity to review and upgrade and check on things and see how things can
Improve.
move forward and improve. And we have already hired, we have a new hire there, so things like trash and times and personnel, and got a lot to talk about, so ongoing.
Covering roll-offs.
Yes, yes, covering the roll-offs and storage of mattresses some other way so that they don't get soaked with the water, and to save tonnage. So those are just a few of the things that we've been discussing.
And get rid of the
in
shingles.
office. Yes, and
Yeah.
getting rid of the shingles.
The silver bullet was
Silver
dumped.
bullet.
Yeah.
Yep, the silver bullet was emptied this week, and I think
And
he's gonna be hauling that
he is
small
hauling it.
shingle.
He's hauling it back, so we'll have it back up there too.
Awesome. Okay.
Easy enough to cover the roll-offs. You do it in sections, so as the snow comes off, it can still plow around.
Yes, yeah.
Pretty easy fix, actually.
we've got a video of a mechanical roof that comes off and on. So I don't know, that's an option too.
Yeah.
We've been looking at, cost effective.
It would be real cost effective just to use what you have existing metal there. And it wouldn't be a big deal to extend it and be high enough so they can, because when they pull a roll off, as long as they can back straight through it, it's easy for them to get.
We talked to him about that too,
Yeah.
Dick, so yeah, great. Yeah, there's a lot of discussion. Come in,
We're open to
and
suggestions.
come in and talk,
No, that's
please.
easy- That's easy enough to do.
Yep.
Just get the line and you probably have a lot of it here.
Yeah. The
What's
select,
your phone number?
you hired him,
You
you know
hired
who
him.
he is.
You should have it,
We have it in the file.
but you gotta remember the last 4 digits.
The select board met with the planning board chair about the mass gathering ordinance. By the end of the discussion, the board decided to withdraw the referendum question from the town meeting warrant and will include a question on the warrant to gauge the town's interest on such a referendum. So, because of discussion or lack thereof of public input, we are hoping that at town meeting, we can get the discussion that we are asking for at that time. So we're not gonna vote on it, we're not gonna ask people to vote on it yet. Our hopes is to,
Non-binding
it's a
vote.
non-binding vote, just to talk about yes or no, and then to put it on the June ballot to actually vote on,
And
because,
the question is gonna be whether the townspeople want the municipality and all entities, including MS-86, to follow the
guidelines,
process
yeah.
or be exempt from it. So it's been a hang up back and forth, so we're gonna put it to the people and see which way they wanna go with it before we put it finally out to vote, which will be in June, I believe, so.
I think so, yeah.
It's
So,
it's just that one question that, so.
just want to make sure that it lays out all the concerns that people have had regarding it, and that we move forward with it correctly.
Yep.
So. Mike Hanson from Littlefield Pond Road came in too and spoke to the select board about the sand usage this winter by residents and the cost to the town. And he thinks that more salt should be mixed into the sand and that more should be available for residents during storms. Mr. Webster stated that the town will implement a better way of tracking the sand usage. So
Yeah, he
that's-
didn't want more salt. He wanted to cut the salt out for cost effectiveness, yeah.
Okay.
That's
Oh,
it,
okay.
that's it, yeah, no,
Okay,
because
yes,
that's,
thank you.
yeah. Sorry,
And,
I mean,
and select board reviewed and voted on the articles for the town meeting warrant. We got that done, discussed, just in time to walk out here.
So if we do the math, the amount of sand usage you did that day, is it real?
We'll open it up to public comment after, and I know you'll,
Okay, I didn't know.
no, then you get right up here and speak your mind.
All right. Game on.
Yeah.
Department updates.
All right. Week ending, our week report for 12/29 through 1/8 for the Limington Parks and Rec Department. Current programs before and after care, childcare at HB Emory. Youth basketball games kick off Saturday for our 3rd, 4th grade, 5th, and 6th grade teams. The 1st and 2nd grade clinic is going well. Pickleball Monday nights 7 p.m. and Friday nights at 6 p.m. at HB Emory School Gym. Coffee Social Wednesdays at the Old Town Hall from 9:30 a.m. to 11:30 a.m. Open registration, register online at limingtonrec.com. Before and after care, child care program at HB Emory, please call Jamie with any questions about the program, 298-0869. More information and registrations are available on the website. Early dismissal days at HB Emory. There are early dismissal days twice this month. I'm hoping it's for January the 14th and the 28th. Sign up online for child care to cover these days, 12:30 to 5:30 in the gym. $25 per child. We'll be taking the children to go ice skating in Steep Falls on the 14th. Summer camp planning has begun. Registration will start in February. Register and find further information about all programs at limingtonrec.com. Other information, last week, they had a vacation camp, and their children got to take a trip to Dr. Drew's and his Animals 2 Education Center in Poland. They had a great time. The kids got to hold many different animals, bugs, reptiles, and aquatic animals. Although it is the dead of winter, summer planning has begun. Registration for summer camp will open in February, and we'll also be posting job opportunities at Momodeo Beach and the camp next month as well. Just a side note, Madison Moody has passed his national registry and is put in for his main license as an EMT.
EMT, congratulations.
Yes.
You. Code enforcement, the 19th of December through the 31st. 3 building permits, 2 electrical, 1 plumbing, 1 occupancy. Total fees, $2,360.50. Year-to-date, $126,011.81. 3 inspections during this time frame. Fire department, week ending December 27th. Number of calls that week were 10. Month-to-date was 39. Year-to-date, 730. There were 0 fire calls and 10 EMS calls. The schedule was complete that week. Trainings, no trainings or meetings due to holidays. Special notes, month-to-date, we were 23 calls behind last December. Year-to-date, we were 35 calls behind last year. There were 4 mutual aid EMS calls to Limerick this week, 2 paramedic intercepts, and 2 EMS calls. Limington Fire EMS for the week ending January 3rd, 2026. Number of calls that week were 13. Month to date, that's 47 for December, 5 for January. Year to date, 338 for 2025 and 5 for 2026.
738.
I'm sorry, 738.
Okay.
What did I say? 83?
You said 338.
Oh. That was 8 fire calls and 5 EMS calls. There was 1 vacancy in the schedule for the week due to illness. The provider had to vacate his shift, and we were able to get it backfilled. No calls went to mutual aid. Trainings, because of the holiday, there were no meeting or trainings this week. Special notes, month to date, there are 4 calls behind last January. Year to date, 4 calls behind last year. There were 3 requests for mutual aid, 1 fire call to Limerick, and 2 fire calls to Standish. Limington Public Works, week ending December 20th, 2025. The road,
Week ending 27th.
There's a 20th.
there is a 20th, a 27th, and a 3rd. There's 3 of them. Road crews plowed, treated roads several times throughout the week, worked on truck 6, sander, pressure washed all trucks. When not plowing or working on trucks, worked at the shop cleaning and organizing. Fleet maintenance, worked on headlight issues on several trucks, repaired plow on truck 8, and did some welding and fabrication on plows. Buildings and grounds, plowed, salted, and sanded roads, parking lots during and after storms. Set up new phone on the deputy clerk's desk. Moved tables to Old Town Hall from Municipal Complex. Dump run for town recycling. Work on phone system at Momodeo. Changed out more bulbs at Municipal Complex. Built a cover for the HVAC system at the Old Town Hall. Organized village station. Road trip to Lowe's for supplies. The acting director, Monday morning meeting with crew, payroll, and receipts. Weekly report to Board of Selectmen. Opened Old Town Hall and assisted winners of the Christmas trees. Researched and ordered a scan tool for the mechanic. Ordered 500 tons of road salt. Checked on a report of a dead deer on the roadside. Attended all-day training in Sebago. Dealt with right-of-way issues assisted by state police. Public Works, week ending December 27th, 2025. The road crew plowed and treated roads Christmas Eve. Crews worked a modified schedule due to the storm, which consumed most of their work hours. Spent a few hours in the shop. This was a shortened work week. Fleet maintenance replaced brakes and related parts on the Mack truck. Buildings and Grounds assisted the town manager with transfer station attendant interviews. Finished cover for Old Town Hall HVAC system. Assembled new chairs for meeting room table. They're lovely. Plowed and sanded roads and later shoveled treated walkways. Off Thursday and Friday for holiday. Acting director, Monday morning meeting with crew, payroll receipts, weekly report to the Board of Selectmen. Worked to find a company that could do an emergency repair on a loader tire. Started creating record-keeping documents for 2026. Scraped and treated roads during and after Christmas Eve storm to give crew members a break. Public Works for the week ending January 3rd, 2026. Road crews plowed and treated roads several times throughout the week. Crews worked a modified schedule due to the storm, which consumed most of their work hours. Spent a few hours in the shop. This was a shortened work week for New Year's. Fleet maintenance worked on the plow for truck 2. Buildings and Grounds plowed, sanded, and scraped roads and walkways multiple times. Did a supply run into Sam's Club for the retirement party and other supplies for the town. Set up and tear down for retirement party. Moved and installed cover for Old Town Hall HVAC system. 2 days off for the holiday. And the acting director, Monday morning meeting with the crew, payroll receipts, weekly report to the Board of Selectmen, addressed complaints regarding sand for residents, and was out sick for 2 days and New Year's. That's it.
Thank you, David.
You're welcome.
All right. Town manager, weekly update.
All right. Payroll and accounts payable were completed on time. The 2026 town meeting warrant and 2026 operating and capital budget were finalized for tonight's meeting. I reached out to the Standish town manager about our regional animal control agreement. She told me she would speak to her public safety chief about getting that signed. I worked with the CEO on a few code violations. Today we spoke with one of our attorneys to get guidance on how to proceed with one of those violations. And our new transfer station attendant has been trained. On Monday, I plan to meet with Dean Sanborn, our veteran transfer station attendant, to discuss ways to improve the operation and reduce our hauling costs. And Jake Smith and I researched the most economical way to cover the roll-offs. So a little bit of everything.
All right. This is where we open it up for public comment. If anyone has any questions or comments, would like to come up to the podium, state your name and your address, and have at
it. My name is Dick Roy. I'm from Limington. Not a real big comment, but we got attacked by people in the town. I shouldn't say attacked. They came into the shop looking for sand. I'm working on a truck. I'm like, you got to go upstairs, talk to those guys. And honestly, I sat back and thought about it all night. And I know what it costs me to buy sand. It's 3 times more than what you guys have to pay for it. The amount we actually use, if you did the math, the amount we actually used that day, well, and it's an oddball storm. Me and Jason talked about it at the store that morning. I was ready to donate a load of sand just to calm things down, because in the end, it's really about taking care of the people in town. A lot of them can't do it themselves. A lot of them can't lift buckets, and that's fine. I mean, you do what you can. We're responsible for our own yards. I totally agree with that. But they also pay taxes for the use of the sand. You were talking, worst case scenario, maybe you spent $300 in sand that day. Was it worth all the aggravation that all you guys got? Absolutely not. Did it pay for the safety of the townspeople? Absolutely. Can't expect him to go up my driveway when it's glare ice and try to help my wife or myself. Lady down below my house who her husband just he can no longer go home. They have to have help. And I'm not a liberal by any means, okay? And I'll never be professed one. But the people pay for this. And even if you had to charge it or put it on a ballot for paying for extra sand, let's get crazy here. Let's say you spend $2,000 on just the material you haul into that little shed. And how many constituents, how many people live in this town? It comes out to like 50 cents to $1 more. If that has to happen to protect the people in town, then it should happen. But it didn't need to go into this big giant. This thing was a fight for a week. It was crazy, you know. And then I'm reading people who have a lot of power. They're strong when they're on Facebook and emails, right? Their fingers must be really strong. But none of them are willing to stand eye to eye with you and discuss this thing. And that's pretty much the way of the world today. Nobody, instead of discussing it, they just walk away from it or make a comment. I'm guilty of it too. We all make comments. But if you look for the good and benefit of everyone, which is what I've lived by, good and benefit of everyone, you will not be denied in this lifetime. Very important. All right, thank you.
Thank you, Dick.
We did, it was funny, because Mike Hansen that came in, he came in with a breakdown, Dick, of, you know, he broke it down,
Costs.
of cost. And I got the paper in there, I can give it to you. He broke it right down to the cost per cubic foot, if you really want to get technical, so.
Yeah, but you
Yeah.
know what I was talking
Yeah, no, absolutely.
about. Totally agree with you.
Yeah, no, and exactly what we had, and he's gonna hit on this, I'm assuming. I'll let him go first before I follow
It
up,
just
so.
wasn't worth the aggravation that you
I didn't
had.
expect it to be what happened. I mean, I got blind, I'm gonna be 100% honest, I didn't see that coming, so, but,
And it wasn't necessary to start.
yeah.
And thinking back, I don't even know how we got there.
No, it was an ongoing ordinance, it's always been in the town, and we've started to update ordinances. And that came to prosper before we even got the storm. So this was already in play
Right.
before the storm, and then the storm hit, and we were like, okay, it's 2 buckets, and didn't see that coming. What's that? No, 100%, because I had talked to other directors from other towns and tried to find out what they were doing after we had had numerous conversations with the numerous people in the town, and,
It was not a normal storm.
No, I
Not
mean, it
when we
wasn't a
got all the
10-year
rain, And then
event,
the temperature
and-
dropped,
yep.
and everybody
Everybody
had
was
a
in the same
skating
boat,
rink,
so.
so it was dangerous.
But I ate my words at the end of it. I took a step back like you did, and I understand what they said.
Yeah, we had to think about it on both sides.
Yep.
Okay, our side was, we don't want to spend that money, we don't want to keep filling it.
Unfortunately, it wasn't even the money aspect, to be
It's
honest.
really not the money aspect.
No, at the end of the day, well, you know how low we were on the sand side of it, too.
Right.
And we just finally got a new load, so we're
I
restocked.
agree with Mike Hanson, if the sand going into that building, and that's just my thought, I'd rather not have the salt.
No, right. And I don't think generally, I don't know, there's some in it, but we don't
No, I
pre-mix
think
it for
it's
that.
over in the bucket when-
Exactly. That's what I think is what he's seeing, because he's like, I see sand, due to pets and everything else, I think we leave it just straight sand, but,
And that's exactly true, I had a dog that couldn't stand up.
Yeah.
It was tough on feet, so.
but, and to reiterate with that, once I'll just say I.
Thank
and-
you.
Nah, I'll take it. Opened it back up, moved the thing, and said, fill it, let him go. It's funny how to see the comments go right the other way.
And did you see how fast it died down?
It did, but still, it blew up, and I kind of chuckled, because I'm like, here we go, we've got half the town that's screaming at us because we're only allowing, and then okay, free-for-all, go for it. Oh my God, where's my sand go? It just went the other way. So, I mean, it was hard there was no making everybody happy in that situation. So, going forward, on these big ice storms, I feel a limit. You got to be smart, be judgmental, but don't be stupid when you can't have people backing up, loading truckfuls. That is illegal, that is not gonna happen anymore, regardless of the amount.
Yeah, and then there's a good part of that, well, we gotta put it in the truck.
Yeah, you,
I came away with 3 buckets, went to my house, it didn't do the entrance.
and I can understand, and this,
I have no problem
You know-
buying a load of sand, I usually do it every year. And I had no problem that morning as we discussed.
even if you got 10 buckets,
I'll drop a load of sand in, I'll pay.
even if you went to 10 buckets during this ice storm, okay. But the amount of people that were rolling through with trucks, and I mean, I didn't get to see, but,
I got to see.
He got to see a
I'm the one
number
who
of-
called the board and said, you should see what is going on
you
down
know,
here right now.
that stuff, right, wrong, or indifferent, that can't
And
happen.
there was a line out to the road, which not only was a line and people just shooting past the line, they're impeding your guys' entry into the Public Works Department to do your jobs to make sure the roads are safe.
Right.
Okay? It had nothing to do with cost, it just had to do with the craziness that was going down there.
Part of that, I agree with David, and I know that anytime there's a program, somebody's gonna abuse it.
Yep.
And I'm sure.
And how do we take care of that? Like the gentleman, I got yelled at for 24 hours in this building because I was here. How do we take care of that? We can't just chase people down to bad, sorry, you can't do that. We have to, a whole as a government, so.
We're working.
There's no way to really enforce it. I tried to, because I knew it was a 2-bucket. Where all the towns around here are 2 buckets. One of them is 1 bucket. One of them stopped doing it this year. So it is a convenience to the town, and it is technically illegal because we're using taxpayer money for private use, because it is your private property. It is your road, your driveway. It is your multiple properties that you own. That's not the town's responsibility.
I get it. That's
So.
multiple properties.
Yeah.
Me too.
Yeah.
And I really
So,
got-
and I talked to people about the 3 buckets, 2 buckets, whatever, but they filled truckloads. I literally saw trucks leaving here that were ass down to the floor, sorry for my language, and barely made it up Axelson Road.
No, and that's
So.
absolutely true, so, but on your end of it, you're the guy that has to come up on the driveway.
And like I told the gentleman that I got yelled at for, I will get there. It's my job to get to you. I will find a way to get to you.
And
So,
that's the other part.
but like I told him, I said, and as everybody knows, I'm on the fire department. No plow truck is following me in the ambulance. No sander is ahead of me in the ambulance. I have to go out in any weather to get you. I'm going to get you. So I'm going to get your neighbor, whatever. That's what you pay me to do.
Right.
So, and I'm out all hours of the night, just like the plow guys are. But I don't have sand in my driveway.
Well, you know, just,
Yeah.
Have your buckets filled up right now? You have your buckets filled up right now for the next ice storm.
Yeah.
I'll just sit
I
down.
don't really
Yeah.
want to get us caught, you know what?
No, you can come up.
If
Yeah.
you're not prepared.
Come
No,
on up.
you
if
come
you-
on, yeah, just,
Yeah.
come on, so that
Oh,
people,
I don't want to go.
well, people at home can't hear you.
I can,
Yeah.
I can go up there.
Yeah, no, it's,
That's what I'm kind of saying, is that.
Yeah.
That's that.
You know, and I even piped in on that.
Yeah.
But it's like I said, if you emptied your buckets for this ice storm, I don't care who shades me or whatever,
Yeah.
but if you emptied your buckets for this ice storm, and any given day, we can go up there and get sand. I
Correct.
mean, we only see these ice storms so many times a year. So fill your buckets up. If you want some buckets, go get them. I do the same thing. And you know what? The problem is that people that see, you know, a good weather today, nobody thinks about going getting sand. They only think about it at that time frame when we have a big hindrance, you know, when all the melee comes about on these.
if we didn't see that storm, we wouldn't be here talking about
And
it.
that gives them a chance to actually do that. Now, I'm not sticking up for anybody, any person that's here, but I mean, seriously, if you prepare for an ice storm, if you know you ain't got groceries in the freezer, you ain't got groceries in the
oh.
cupboard, you gotta go and you gotta go get something.
Turn him up, Ben. It's just her, he couldn't
Yeah, it's
hear
just
you.
like gas. Everybody runs out and get gas just as the storm's happening. Like, oh no. So,
What's that?
What's your name?
Barry
Barry,
Gammon, yeah.
Barry Gammon, yeah.
But, no, it's,
And
with the
it's
incoming, we got a
kinda
weekend of
prepared.
rain.
It's like, you know, you gotta try to not look out for this ice storm that's coming about. If you need 5 buckets, or anybody needs 5 buckets, or 7 buckets, or 10 bucks, or a truckload, then you get it little by little, but you're prepared for this when it comes about. That's what it's about, being, I
Prepared.
guess what I'd say, a Mainer. Tammy, you know that. I mean, we've lived in this town our whole lives, to be honest with you.
She had 18 yards dropped off for her
But I mean,
driveway.
I don't want to sound like a.
But she
know,
knows the
No, no,
driveway's
yeah.
long
But I
and
mean,
on a hill and.
that's what it says. If you need something, you know what? I guarantee you, go out there and get 3-4 buckets right now.
Yeah,
I got
it,
mine.
it's
And-
fun.
And then you can store it.
And with, I mean, we got 3 days of rain and it's gonna be back down to cold. So
yeah.
we got more ice
I mean,
coming.
it could happen, to be honest with you, but I'm just saying that, you know, I stood over here in the corner and I'm listening or whatever, but it's be prepared for, you know, what's going on.
We'll take that, Barry, as warning the people to stock up now before it becomes
Yeah.
an emergency.
Well, no, it is what it is, you
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? I mean,
People are gotta fend for
but
themselves,
I
that's-
also agree, I did say that there should be a camera out there, so when you do see these guys coming about, that, you know, load up with trucks and stuff like that, and then if you see a second truck,
Yeah, we're right. We're
What's-
brainstorming. We gotta figure a way to,
you know?
the ones that are violating it.
I made my way down there and I told people that were filling trucks,
So.
I'm like, we have a 2 bucket
I mean,
minimum,
I don't
but
think you need to have somebody out there sitting there watching all
Yeah.
night long, because you can't control that, to be
Yeah.
honest with you. But I mean, it's like if someone needs 5, 6, 7 buckets, it's not a 2-bucket rule or anything like that, but like I said, people gotta be more prepared, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
It's my opinion,
No, hey, I
Thank you very
appreciate that.
much.
you know, and it's like I tell the gentleman right here, that, you know, yeah, if you got 3 or 4 buckets full right now for the next storm, if you don't, well, you're crazy. So, but yeah,
Okay,
all right, guys.
thanks, Barry.
thank you.
Emo?
Emil. Sir, chief, resident.
So as I was preparing to say, is that I don't think anybody wants to restrict anybody from getting sand. That's the whole point, is we're trying to make sure it's available for everybody. And when somebody goes down and takes more than they need for a storm, it takes it away from other people who need the sand as much as they do. That's the only reason we're trying to do a limit. And it's not even 2 buckets, right? Like, get an idea of what 2 buckets is, 10 gallons of sand, and put it in your truck or whatever you're moving it with. It doesn't have to be in buckets. And I don't think anybody cares if it's 3 buckets, 4 buckets. But don't take it all so that you're stealing it from somebody else, or maybe that's not the right word. But keeping other residents who pay just as much for that sand from being able to get it. That's the whole point.
Because while we're out treating the roads, we can't just stop what we're doing and go over and keep filling it like
back to
people
the
expect.
social media thing, that's what people are complaining because, to Barry's point, they're coming when the storm hits, just like everybody else, and they expect somebody to be there to keep that thing full while they're complaining because the roads aren't cleared. So get it early, like I've been saying on social media, be reasonable about what you take, and that's all anybody wants. I don't even know why it blew up in the first place. This is nothing new. We've been dealing with it for years. In fact, more times in previous years, that thing's been empty than it has been filled. But we had 20 yards of sand delivered yesterday directly into that building, and it is not mixed. The whole point of mixing it with salt is to keep it from freezing up and clumping. So we'll see how that works, because it's being dug
that
out
only
of wet
20?
ground. It's not being dried or anything else. So
I thought it was a lot more than 20, because there's a huge pile there.
20 yards was supposed to be delivered there, and 200 yards was supposed to be delivered in the main building.
Oh, okay, I'm gonna say, that I think there was
Yeah.
200 yards put, okay, my bad.
Yeah.
It was put in the main building.
But, and that being said, the 200 yards that get delivered in the building will get mixed as we use it. So if we have to add more to the main building, to the public sand building, we'll see if it freezes up or not. If it does, we're gonna have to mix it, but we'll leave it, plain for now. But per the foreman, for that storm, that is the storm of the century, I guess, he calculates that about 40 ton was used for residential use. And that was just about the same amount of material between sand and salt that we put on 113 lane miles of Limington roads. So you can divide that in half if you want to. So I can't say that they sanded each lane each time, right? So you could divide that in half if you want to simplify it. But every time all the roads in Limington are treated by the town of Limington, It's 113 lane miles, and it's about 40 ton. So
Per trip.
just putting into perspective what the residents used for sidewalks and driveways compared to all of that road. So again, it's not saying people can't take the stuff when they need it. Get it early, be reasonable about it, and then put into perspective, like, you don't need your whole yard covered in sand to keep from slipping. You need enough for traction. And if you sling it good enough, you can do that with very little material. And
I think that ice storm, we used just over 220 ton of salt
yeah,
for that ice storm
Right,
on
totally.
the roads. So people, to put it in perspective,
Yeah.
how much actually hit the road to keep the ice off the roads.
But yeah, on social media, that the points that you guys were making was what I was trying to drive out to people is get it early and be reasonable about it. And if anybody does want it, I do have the documentation that I referred to on social media that explains that it's technically not, well, they haven't really decided whether it's legal or not. However, there's precedent set for municipalities to do this, and that it most always is the 2-bucket rule. Outside of that, I'm glad people spoke up, whether it's on social media or coming in here. Unfortunately, they only speak up when they're mad. And the point of these meetings is to be heard, right? Come out, voice your opinion. And then 3 people have to decide what the most people in the town want or what's best for them. And when nobody shows up to tell them that, it's a pretty hard decision to make. And so hopefully this encourages people to come out more and get involved. So, yes, that's it. I had heard that some people were questioning or thought that there was a massive increase in the budget for salt. And so I went back through the town reports for 11 years, just in case anybody's curious. The lowest amount we've had for salt was budgeted was in 2019, and that was $50,000. But we actually spent $72,183 on salt that year. The highest amount we had budgeted was in 2023, which was $90,000, and we actually used $45,598. So, you know, we can't predict what the season's going to be like. These budgets are half of 2 different seasons too, so you might have a strong, spring or majority of the winter, and then that fall when you're finishing up the budget, it might be light or it might be heavy. Most recently though, 2024 and 2025, both years were $85,000 budgeted. In 2024, we only used $24,579, but that was kind of the beginning of issues within the Public Works Department. And then in 2025, we purchased a total of $86,231. That hasn't been used completely because as the budget was ending, I used the money to stock up for the rest of the season, hopefully to keep it light for the 26 budget. We're paying $83.40 per ton for salt, and we're paying $9.50 a yard for sand.
It's cheaper than that.
So, and also, like I mentioned on social media, civilized conversations are welcomed at selectmen's meetings or any public meeting, and just should be civilized. So.
Thank you, Hema.
Thank you. Winter salt and sand 101.
Anybody else?
Any other public comment?
Can I get a copy of this number?
I think he waits till the last minute.
Just being courteous and letting everybody go first. Jason Smith, New Orleans Lane. It's not about sand.
Oh, thank God.
Thank you.
It's about salt. No.
Oh, boy.
It's actually about transfer station. Did you have any chance to discuss the fee schedule this evening and about charging what was on the record and not?
Was that what was
discussed
on
it.
my desk?
Well, maybe you guys did before I
No.
came in.
There was something on my desk I gave back to Matt.
I didn't see that.
Most of the time was.
Sort of what we were talking about, the $35 per cubic yard, and whether or not we're actually going to start charging what it says on that pamphlet.
Oh, we did, yeah, we touched base that
It was briefly
Was-
at the
yeah.
beginning. We had to get to the articles.
they're not charging, they should be charging all not just the first 2 yards, everything should be, yeah. We talked briefly, we didn't hit home.
We didn't
on it,
just, yeah.
But we need
Because we're
to.
not gonna make any changes from what they're doing there until we hear from you guys. Matt actually suggested wait until after town meeting, and I said it's on the form, we could start doing it anytime, but it's you guys' call.
We
so-
certainly can start discussing more things next week and the week after.
I would
because-
definitely encourage that,
because
especially where
once-
the dumpster for the shingles has been dumped, because that's the most expensive part of it. And if we can curb the issue right from the start with that, so,
I mean, if it's already published and it's here at the town hall and on the website, then we should follow it now.
I mentioned to the board that in a week or two, we would be back in front of them with our recommendations
Yeah.
on a host
Yeah.
of things dealing with the transfer.
okay, so that's probably part of it then, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I
Okay.
just wanted to see if
Because
anything had
we've
been
learned a lot
decided
in
yet,
the
so
last
right now
few
we'll
weeks.
just
Learned a lot today.
let it sit.
All right, thank you.
I heard what was said, and it's all well and good. I would just encourage everybody that if we are going to start using the fee schedule that is in fact published and all those things, that we work on notifying the citizens as best as we can, because I think we've been years without following that fee schedule, not knowing. And so people are gonna show up expecting what they've been doing all along and then be surprised with a fee. So, you know, in fairness to everybody, we ought to make sure that we give plenty of warning.
There are points in that policy that need updating, and
Yeah.
that's certainly
Yeah.
part of it.
And again, the timing is pretty good, because if you start putting fees in, it may awaken another bear. But if it's done in the right time, the people can speak, and if there needs to be change in that policy or ordinance, that could be done in June if it requires a vote of the citizens. So the timing could be good if there is gonna be something like that.
Yeah, we've only got, actually, 7 weeks, maybe 8 weeks till town meeting. So that'll be here before we know it. And the time will fly. We know when we come in and we start discussing things. We haven't seen each other for a week, and so,
I mean, it's
the
we
time
lost half
flies
the
while
But
day.
you're
we're
not
sitting
planning
here.
on doing it at town meeting, you're planning on doing it in June, right?
Yes, but the
But we could,
discussions,
at town meeting, we could notify.
yeah,
folks.
that's what I mean. Bring that up and talk about it, like we're gonna with that other
Yeah.
article.
Pass out an
So,
updated flyer or
Yep.
updated.
Just to let people know,
Changes,
yeah,
yeah.
definitely, because that'll give us time to review that policy and the fee. And you guys, it's already changed, Jake?
It's already changed once.
Changed last year.
It's a
Last
new
year.
schedule, right? From,
Yeah,
Well, we never used to charge for carpet, and I think mattresses were less. and
Yeah,
now they're-
mattresses went
So it's
up.
already been changed
yeah,
once,
we
so.
updated it
All
last,
Yeah.
I think 24.
I saw one that was signed by the select board in
Yeah,
there.
I remember
So
signing
I can't remember
one.
the year that it was done, but yeah, I saw that. And that's when I thought that needs to be overhauled. And this is a great time. This is a great time, because things are changing down at the transfer station. And so it's time right now to get it done right, you know, take the time and do it right and get it out to everybody, and make it clear, you know, the changes. So,
change is coming, everybody knows that.
there you go, thank you. Thank you, David, for that.
Here's your first notice. Yeah.
Yes, yes.
I know, you're all here.
Yeah.
Don't be surprised if you get charged for something, because it's already out there.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess we haven't been following it, so,
Well, that's
This
as,
is-
a,
as good, as well as we should have.
That was news to us
Okay,
today
It
from,
hasn't been enforced.
it
yeah.
hasn't been enforced, but it is in there,
Alright.
similar to the 2 buckets.
so yes, here's notice that. Stop it.
Do we
Okay,
need to make more signs?
moving on, no more
Okay.
public, we're cutting off public comment.
Okay. Select board, you ready?
Notifications. Yes, please.
Select Board office hours are Thursdays, 2 to 8 p.m., on-air meeting times at 7. January 22nd, as part of Select Board's on-air meeting, Jim Kelly from the York County Soil and Water Conservation District will be conducting a public workshop on strengthening the town's resilience and preparedness as part of the Maine Community Resilience Partnership. This workshop is an opportunity to share ideas and help identify local projects that may be eligible for the state grant funding. Community input will help guide future planning and funding applications. All residents are encouraged to attend to get input for residents about possible uses of the grant money that the town is seeking.
Yeah, that, we can't stress enough that we're gonna need people to come out for that. I thank you that it's out there on social media already, and it's been posted, and so people are on alert. But please, 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 come for that. Come for that discussion. So, I'm sorry.
No, you're good. Transfer station hours are Saturdays and Sundays, 9 a.m. to 4 p.m., Wednesdays, 12 p.m. to 4 p.m. A transfer station sticker must be attached to your vehicle's windshield for disposal of all items. Transfer station stickers are available at the town office for $20. No sticker is required to use the swap shop. Transfer station does not accept brush, yard clippings, or hazardous waste. Riverside Recycling in Portland takes hazardous waste. A friendly reminder, all residents, that building waste, furniture, mattresses should not be left at the curbside. We have transfer station for those items. The swap does not take electronics, air conditioners, dehumidifiers, since the town must pay for the disposal of those items. General assistance applications are available at the town office during normal business hours. Applications must be filled out and accompanied with supporting documentation and must be signed and returned to the GA administrator or town clerk. Planning board meets at the municipal complex the first and third Monday evenings of the month at 7 p.m.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
I think that
That is it.
puts a lid on it, so we will entertain a motion.
I make a motion to adjourn.
I will second that.
We have a motion and a second. All in favor? We are adjourned at 7:48 PM. We want to thank everybody for coming out. Thank everybody that watches. Thank everybody that has now been inspired to be more involved in your town. Thank you. Thank you, Ben.
please.
We're live,
Okay,
I hope.
so Financial Advisory Committee meeting, calling the meeting to order at 7:55 PM. And I don't have minutes from our last meeting. But we're here to vote on the articles, on the warrants, for the town budget. So, I guess we'll just go through these page at a time here.
It's really hard to, I mean, the categories have gotten so redefined.
Yes.
You know, $90,000 less in town executive office.
Right. Because things were moved around. I think, but you know what, I didn't go through this yet, so I think maybe if we go to the end, is there a summary of what the total is? No, I'm not seeing sort of.
Nope,
Kind of, don't have a lot of direction here.
no, and huge changes. Seems like everything's cheaper.
Yeah, so. Okay, so general town ops is showing, yeah, to your points,
$100,000
65,
less.
yeah, about 100,000 less. Human services up slightly, it's not material. Public
That's-
safety's up slightly, it's not material. Public works is up 100,000. So if this is down 100, public works is up 100. That's about a wash in the whole budget.
Probably because of my budget.
And then, I'm just looking sort of at the total at this point. Sanitation is up about 40. And leisure services is down about 20. So that's a net up about $20,000 in total, if my math is right.
Buildings and grounds, cleaning and maintenance is $144,000.
But all of that money came out of other areas of the same budget.
It all came out
Sorry,
of public works,
Where are you seeing 144?
under public works.
So the new budget, I mean, the new numbers.
Yeah, that's 112,000.
And fleet maintenance is 181.
I obviously don't have it in front of me, and I don't know how much detail you guys have.
Oh, these numbers aren't in
Those are all new.
this one. Yeah, but this 1.3, I'm comparing this 1.3 to 1.4. That's 112,000.
Hmm.
Okay,
110, yeah.
okay.
But look above. There's $300,000 that's been added to it that wasn't there before,
Right.
sort of.
What are you talking about?
Public works. Buildings and grounds and fleet maintenance were 0 in 2025.
Oh, yes, I'm sorry, but I'm just looking at literally the bottom total. I'm
Yeah.
just adding up sort of what's the variance over the whole budget,
Okay.
because we have big swings in different categories. That's what I was doing.
Well, I mean, you can look at the,
But,
presumably the end is.
well, there is, I was looking for a total, I don't see one.
No, I don't think there is.
Right, so that's
Never
why, it is hard to, it's hard to understand.
Jake, get your phone out. Add up the
Add it
article.
up.
Yeah, I mean, we
But-
just did it, it's about a $20,000
Yeah.
swing.
But you caught my attention with the $100,000 increase in public works, and I just realized it's because there are areas that funding has been moved to public works
Exactly,
because of the facilities maintenance and things like that.
right.
So, yeah, I guess that's one thing we have to stress. That's not all new money. So,
Right. Yeah, so I think that's like we just did, you know, there's about 100 down in general town operations. There's nothing material in human services. Public safety is up, 15, let me see. $15,000, not material. Public Works is up about 100, so we're about even there. Sanitation is up 40,000, and then leisure services is down 20,000. So the net is $20,000 difference.
Which is not a big amount.
No, it's not.
But it seems to me like to present this before the townspeople, you need a little paragraph at the bottom of each of these explaining, you know, here's why this is $100,000 less here, 100,000 more here. Just, that would make it really clear as somebody's looking and saying, how does it go from 227 to 134? What does that mean? Oh, how does this go?
Yeah.
I thought there was gonna be like a summary in the annual, report.
Right,
I
there
was-
should be a preface to the actual budget. that
Right.
Explains.
And a summary, I agree. So I think whether it's comments about each article, or it's something that shows there should be some sort of preface and summary.
If
So that
people
people
are
can
looking at-
understand it's $20,000,
Yeah,
that's all.
but if somebody's looking at these numbers and comparing,
Yes,
I don't know how many people actually look carefully at it, but I think a lot of people who come out to the meeting are, that at the bottom of each article, it wouldn't take more than 3 or 4 sentences
yeah, footnotes to each article.
that would save probably an hour and a half of questions.
Yes, agreed. So, yeah, so we'll make a recommendation that they put some footnotes and they provide some sort of
Yeah,
a summary,
When
total.
does this go out, though? Like this week, next week?
You know, I don't know, I'll email Matt tomorrow.
Good.
So, okay,
So I see on that first one, we have an increase in 2 spots. One, the tax collector, town clerk, and then the other zoning board and financial advisory committee. We get paid?
Big bucks.
you know.
Did we get a
it's-
check? Because I did get a check from the appeals board.
Yeah, we
I don't
can
have it. Did we
check.
get a check?
Yeah.
So
So,
it's just
we
inflation?
did once, but I don't think if we're not submitting minutes, I don't.
Patty's gonna come, no, it's not about minutes. Patty's gonna come to you.
Meetings?
Okay,
How many meetings did you have?
okay,
And then you tell her, and she's gonna,
Right, checks.
each person who was here at the meeting gets $20 per meeting.
okay. Honestly, it's not worth the effort.
Right.
Not here for the $20,
No,
but, all right.
It's gotta be here before the end of January. So we can pay taxes on it.
So I'm jotting down who's here.
I don't
Okay.
think
Well, is it in
anybody's
the-
really checking.
No,
Is it in the minutes anyway, or not?
it is usually not. All right,
But we haven't had minutes for at least half of our meetings.
yeah. Okay, so we need to vote.
Yes,
All right, so I don't think we have to vote on Article 1 or 2, correct?
right.
Doesn't look like it. Article 3, see if the town will raise and appropriate $861,697 for general town operations. So I think we'll just go through. Okay,
Yes.
how many in favor?
Do we want to discuss any of this?
Oh.
Any discussion?
Sure, any discussion?
Do we know why Saco River TV is down 19%?
We don't, and
They docked Ben's pay.
there is no opportunity for conversation because we have to vote tonight. And there's no resource to ask those questions.
Is it in the paperwork that we got in the past? Like, did anybody make notes or, I don't know.
I don't remember that in particular. No, I think we are voting. So unless somebody wants to discuss why they're opposed, I think that's really the only discussion tonight.
Why, who's opposed?
No, if anybody is going to
Like
be
if-
opposed, you're either in favor or opposed.
Because we can't even ask the selectmen why, if they
No.
have opposed, we don't know.
No.
So we weren't really too involved this year, I think is the answer.
The engagement level
I mean,
has been different.
Yeah.
Yep,
And that's fine.
yep.
You know, we're slowly dwindling away, which is fine, I don't mind.
I mean, in fairness, I'd say, you know, having town manager in the mix is different.
Right.
And so he's been doing a lot of the, you know, budget preparation work and then talking with the select folks.
Right, because we didn't have any presentations to us.
Correct, yeah. So, and, you know, everybody's trying to figure that out, I think.
So what are we voting on?
So we're voting
Article 3.
on Article 3.
Are you in favor
Are you
or
in
not
favor or opposed to the
Do we know what's
town?
in it?
What's that?
Do we know what's in it?
This is what we
Pass.
have.
Just like the federal government, pass it and we'll figure it out later.
Or,
last year.
or you can vote opposed and just say you didn't have enough information.
I know, it's almost like abstain from everything.
Yeah, you could
If we're not comfortable with. But I mean, you know, is it lower than it was last year? Is that a good thing? I don't know.
Is that all we're here for?
What's that?
Is
The
it
vote?
lower than what it is last year?
Or if it higher,
I mean, we have had some conversations
That's why I
with,
need to
with
resign.
Matt the last meeting.
Right.
So,
Yeah, did those get? I guess I don't know.
adjusted? I'm not
Yeah.
sure.
Okay.
I'm in favor of this.
Yeah.
So, Steve, you're in favor?
Yes. I think, I mean, we have X number of votes tonight, but I think there needs to be an opportunity to give feedback to the town manager, to the select board about improving the process for next year.
Yeah.
I think that's where our voice, and I hear the frustration, Jason. I think that's where we can process that. I feel the same thing, like, what? I don't get this. But, you know, I've been listening, we all been listening to, you know,
Did we
the
get,
process.
did we get our answers? Did we get answers to our questions when we submitted a
I
list
think
of
so,
questions?
I think so, yeah, last meeting.
Yeah,
You know, department heads were here and Matt
Yeah.
was here.
Okay.
Yeah, I do think that, they provided the answers.
yeah.
And I do have, let me see, I have the notes from that. And 227, yeah, this is really pretty similar. To what?
You have my other copy,
Oh.
the budget.
Some of these just are not right. I'm looking at insurance. 95,000 down to 93,000 is not a 21% drop.
But I think what happens is I think it's about,
Thank you.
it may be about the number of employees in there.
No, but either way, it's not a
Well-
21% drop.
Yeah,
Oh,
The
I'm
total.
sorry.
Just
you're
percent.
looking at this insurance.
It's a 2% drop probably, 2.1, I bet.
Yeah, I think that makes
Ah.
sense.
Yeah, you're right.
1% would be
Yep,
$950, so
Yeah,
$2,000 is
Yeah.
2%.
yeah,
yeah.
So it dropped $2,000,
okay.
1,800, whatever, 1,700.
So when we were presented the budget last, Saco River TV was 26,676.
Okay. And now it's 24,029.
Yep.
So, I don't know if it's maybe some adjustments for some 2024 expenses that were in the 25 numbers. I don't know if he had that detail, because that happens every year. I know Emil has talked about that, so that could be part of the adjustment.
So the budget, when it was presented, was 916,216, and now it's 861.
Yeah? 916.
So if we approve, if we vote on this, they can probably change the 21.1 to 2.11.
I would hope so.
Yeah, I don't
2.1.
think, I don't think that's,
That's just an
the percentage
error.
of, that's just an
But they
administrative
need to
thing.
hear that.
But right,
Yeah.
I'll flag that. So, you're right, it was 916, and now it's 861. It was 55, so legal services was 55, now it's 53. Elections hasn't changed. Town maps hasn't changed. Saco River went down 2,000, 2,600.
And all we can do is vote yes or no. But
Right.
I think it's really important that we spend a meeting sometime between now and when we go into the next cycle, talking about process. How can we do this
We
better?
have spring meetings,
Right.
I always wonder
Yeah.
why.
Right,
You have to listen to my reason, but
yeah,
it's a good opportunity to critique the process
yeah,
and talk about how untransparent it has been this year versus all the other years when the whole goal is to be more transparent.
yeah,
This used to be the most transparent process
Right.
we do in town.
right,
Now it's become the least.
yeah. Yeah.
Yes, we can attempt.
Well, I think we can say, this is what we need to function as a financial advisory committee. And, I mean, yeah, otherwise we can't do our job for the
Yeah.
town. But now all we can do is vote tonight about yes or no.
Right,
That's
exactly.
it,
Yes,
Or not.
Do we know?
correct,
Or
or
abstain.
abstain, yes.
yeah.
Do we know if like raises were consistent across the board, or was everybody a different raise, just straight up per hour?
So based
Just
on what we
curious.
got in the last meeting, I do think they were pretty consistent, with the exception of there were a couple of adjustments because there were new licensing,
Yeah.
responsibilities, things like that. But otherwise, it was 3% COLA.
Okay.
Yeah.
So in a way, that's gonna be a pretty short meeting,
Right,
Yeah.
it is.
you know? Not a lot we can do.
Town Executive Office is down from what we were presented. Code Enforcement Office is down from what we were presented. Town Clerk, Tax Collectors is down from what we were presented.
And the thing is that between what we were presented and what we're looking at, I believe this is what the select board voted on. And so that's,
That's what they voted on, but did they prepare? Because there's one in here that they all three voted against.
What's that?
Voted against.
There's one in here that all three are opposed. Article 14, buy a lawnmower.
What's,
okay.
Do we not have a mower? Or just another mower?
All right, well, I still, yes, it does, I'm hearing that, we don't have,
Microphone
Some
system,
detail.
2 are opposed, 1's in favor.
well, there's Matt.
Just grabbing something early.
Hey, Matt, how much time you got? How much time you got?
Not much, why? What do you got?
Well, the numbers are different from this one.
Yes, slightly,
Okay.
yeah. There were a couple minor changes. So the real numbers are on the warrant.
And this is what the select board voted on,
Yes.
the warrant.
The
Like,
warrant, yeah.
like this is specifically what
That
they
is-
voted on.
That is the budget, yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Any big things different?
Big,
like Madison's numbers are restored.
To his
they
request.
Increased, contract for paving. These are the big changes.
So general town operations is down from 916, oh, where'd I go? To 861. And there's a 20% reduction in Saco River TV.
Yeah,
From
there was
last
a-
year.
There was a postage line item for some reason in that section of the budget, which made no sense. So that was eliminated.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know why Saco River needed a postage line last year.
All right. Okay, so still, I think on Article 3, Steve, you're in favor,
Yep,
okay? Gary,
In favor.
Jake,
Abstain.
abstain, okay? And I'm in favor. Okay. Article 4, Human Services.
in favor.
All right, Steve is in favor. Gary,
In favor.
okay. Jake,
I don't know yet.
okay.
Was the health officer went up 287%, is that because we didn't have one
Yeah,
before?
So by law, you have to have one. We've tried to maintain that law, and it's always been like a $500 stipend or something. Generally, there's no call for a health officer. This year, we were presented with some challenges that did require the involvement of that, and it required a lot of her time. Pretty much everybody agreed it was much more than the stipend was intended to cover, but there's no budget to allow an hourly rate when there is actual work. And so that's why that was done.
Yeah, and again, this is a budget, so, you know, yeah, it's done.
I'm in favor.
Jake is in favor, okay. Article 5, Public Safety, has gone up $15,000 from 2025 budget. Steve,
in favor.
Gary,
In favor.
Jake,
So public safety total budget is 1,185,319.
$399.
Sorry, 399. Which is a
Sorry.
1.4% increase.
yeah,
It's pretty good.
yeah,
And I see that the select board, 1 abstained, but 3 were in favor.
well, David would have to abstain.
Yeah,
It's
Wouldn't
public
have to,
safety.
but he did.
Well, okay,
So it's 2.
right.
2 in favor.
Just
Yeah,
like, I'm
otherwise-
thinking that Jake may
But he
abstain
doesn't
from
put the
Public
budget
Works.
together.
Probably.
Yeah.
should be 2
Okay.
in favor, right?
Right, 2.
Oh, yeah,
I'm just saying there's 3 and 1, and I don't think we have 4.
challenging.
yeah.
So why does he have to abstain? Because he's not
He
putting
doesn't.
the budgets
It's-
together.
By being municipal, it's not a conflict, however, I think it does appear better that he
Yeah.
does.
Yeah,
Because his main income is that, where Webster's isn't.
Do you know what your request was?
Like, does Jake have to abstain on anything? Because he didn't put the budget together, but he works for the town.
Correct, he doesn't have to.
And Dave didn't put the budget together.
is it different than on here? Total public safety, it was 1181873?
Right.
No, sorry.
What was your question, Dick?
What was the department head request for public safety?
Well, for
Or how about-
fire
How about
EMS,
for fire EMS?
1,129,801.56.
So this is 1,132,000.
So I don't know how much the animal control officer budget reduced. I know, well, I think there was a reduction.
7,000.
That's,
Okay.
that's outside of it.
And any other areas of public safety, I don't think would have gone down.
Yeah, it went up.
But the select board can make a decision however they want to, and they can involve me in that or not.
Yep.
I don't know if they had conversations or.
I'm in favor.
Okay.
So it went up a little bit anyway.
Well, that part of it, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, the whole thing did, yes.
But just the fire EMS budget went
I
up.
do hope someday I'll get the actual budget, so I'll know how
Where to take stuff from, yeah.
Before July?
All right. Article 6. Public Works. Total 25 was 1302982. 2026 is 1412552.
No, I'm not. This one's easy for me. I'm gonna abstain.
Right.
What's the main reason? Oh, just because of all the new expense categories.
Jake's expensive.
Yeah.
Building and grounds, cleaning and maintenance, no expense.
144,000, that's pretty good pay.
Well, I'd like to say it's all mine, but
But I think some of
we
this
do
is
have to
about,
buy the
it's
supplies.
about moving some of the expenses from the other.
Yeah.
It's
other
all
places.
of the buildings, maintenance, and grounds is now
Categories.
all in that one category. So there is no building maintenance under Old Town Hall and Leisure Services. It's all been moved into Public Works.
Right.
So it's all in one easy-to-budget location.
Okay.
Yeah, within the buildings and grounds section, so any facilities maintenance, previous account numbers were 312, 313, and 294. Those came from, pulled from every area that had them and got consolidated into Public Works. Same with fuel, there's really only 3 departments that have fuel accounts, but that's all in Public Works now. And then vehicle maintenance, the same thing.
Yeah.
Between Parks and Rec, Moimadeo, and the Old Town Hall, there's $50,000 that got moved into Public Works
Okay.
Yeah.
between those new accounts.
Yeah. Okay. Steve, in favor?
Yep.
Can you do me a favor and say
Gary?
that again on the mic?
Yeah. So, just about accounts changing, there's $50,000 from Moimadeo, Parks and Rec, and the Old Town Hall. They got moved into Public Works for grounds, building maintenance, and fleet maintenance.
Thank you.
Yes.
And I am in favor. And Jake is abstaining, Renee is absent, so. Okay, Article 7, sanitation. See if the town will raise and appropriate $599,701 for sanitation. Looks like an increase of about $40,000. Curbside tonnage.
Right.
And I remember last year the tonnage being reduced because there was some one-time situation, so that was probably artificially low.
You think tonnage was reduced?
Last year, at the end of the, when we were doing the budget, we ended up reducing tonnage for some reason. That was my recollection for the 25 budget.
I wonder if,
No. Tonnage went from 159 to 175.
Yeah, well, when I say that, I think when I saw the budget, originally the budget was built at about 200, and we ended up moving it back down to 175 during the process.
Oh.
So it really is about a $200,000 expense, but I remember I think about 25,000 got taken out last year before this, during the process.
So that was a $40,000 increase from 24,
Exactly,
at least from the budget. I don't know if it went way
Yeah.
over budget.
yeah.
That was just
And you know what, that's just my recollection, I could be wrong.
It could be they asked for more than we thought they were gonna need. We gave them an increase, but not as much as what they thought. Or we discussed it, so we
Well,
reduced
the
it.
problem with, what's the topic again? The,
Tonnage,
Curbside.
curbside tonnage,
No, but the article, I mean, the
sanitation.
Sanitation.
thank you. That's, the problem with sanitation was that supposedly we hadn't been getting billed for hauling of the roll-offs and I don't know what else. And then there was one big bill that comes in.
yeah.
That's what we were told. And so I think it may have been grossly underspent when you guys were doing the process.
yeah,
And then the bills finally caught up.
that could be too, could have been a timing thing for the AR. All or AP, excuse me.
This is a little frustrating because of our lack of options here. But they're talking about brainstorming new changes in this, and I wonder if the transfer station operations budget is going to be sufficient to cover the changes, but
What are the change, you mean like, not
they don't know
staff?
yet.
Oh,
Well, yeah, staff,
could be staff?
Well,
Yeah.
I would guess it, well, yeah,
There
probably
won't,
not going to be cheaper.
there won't be more than 2 people up there,
yeah, actually, yeah, might actually be cheaper.
which is what they've budgeted for, is 2 people.
Yeah. Yeah. All right, I'm in favor.
So it's more the numbers, I mean, there'll be more income, I think.
That's what we're hoping, is that it's actually
Yeah.
there's gonna be a cost savings,
Yeah.
or there's gonna be more revenue, or
Yeah.
maybe both, hopefully both. But it might take us some to get there.
Yeah.
Did you,
So Steve is in favor, Gary,
I'm in favor.
Jake, are you?
when does the tonnage fee for recycling go up? I assume they took that into consideration. Did it, yeah, but was it in June, or is it next January that goes up?
I thought it was this year.
I don't know, I wasn't present for that
Oh,
meeting
you
where,
weren't. Oh,
where
sorry.
he presented the
Presented,
changes
yeah.
and when they were gonna go into effect and all that stuff. I thought it was a January, I don't know if it's this January or
I
the
think it's this
following.
January, and then we get the money back at the end of the year.
The fees start getting collected from the manufacturers, I think, now. And we have to start bookkeeping now to submit next January for
Like a
pay,
reimbursement?
for reimbursement. But Eco Maine is going to increase their recycling tonnage fee to the same price as regular trash.
Right.
And I don't know when their fee was gonna go up. I thought it was
So
mid
who are
this
you
year.
talking about otherwise? There's a manufacturing or something? Like like Eco Maine, what are you saying about?
So the state has passed a law that we're gonna collect the cost of recycling back from the people making the things we recycle. So they're gonna bill the manufacturers of cardboard and plastic bottles and stuff like that for the cost to recycle those items. And that money is all going to an account at the state. And then, once they get all that money together in a pile, and they get all the requests for reimbursements from all the towns, they're gonna divvy it out however they see fit. To reimburse us for some of the cost of our recycling.
To answer your question though, Jake, the good news is we're really bad at recycling, so it wouldn't have that much impact if they didn't budget for it.
True.
Right, so there's not a whole lot of tonnage is what you're getting at. Yeah. Yeah, and if we get better,
Unfortunately.
yeah.
I mean,
Good point, good
I'm just
point.
as guilty, but, so,
Probably isn't gonna matter.
there should be some sort of a committee to talk about all of this, so that the citizens have input on ideas that could make this better. But I think the finance committee could play a role in that, because we need to encourage recycling, especially now, because whatever the reimbursement rate is at least money back, where curbside is nothing back, and it keeps going up, and we keep generating more. And I really think we should go to paper bag, because for years we've been saying that we're confident people from out of town are bringing their trash to Limington because they can get rid of it for free. And we, for years, have been saying we need to encourage recycling. And if we don't charge for recycling and we charge per bag, at least people who are bringing their trash in from out of town are paying for their bags. And hopefully it encourages people to recycle. So.
One of our
Okay.
trash haulers, one of
All
our
right.
trash haulers today said he's pretty sure that our tonnage has gone up 30% since
In-
COVID, I think.
Oh, I was gonna say, in how many years? We've had a lot of new people added.
I don't,
All right, we
30%.
need to keep moving.
okay.
Sorry. So, Article 7, Steve is in favor, Gary's in favor, I am in favor, Jake,
I'm in favor.
in favor, okay. All right, Article 8, leisure services.
Total leisure services, $462,069. A reduction of 4.7%.
Right, and as we heard, $50,000 of maintenance and vehicle maintenance and things like that moved to,
And then all the utilities as well. I think.
and utilities.
Under town
Yep.
operations.
I'm seeing like $77,000.
Yeah, this Moimodale Beach operations, 53,220 is gone.
So 80,000 moved, yeah,
40,000, roughly 40,000, I think it is, got moved out of Moimodeo and the Old Town Hall and are in Parks and Rec now.
Yeah, the
Yeah,
line above is
exactly.
good.
Yeah, 53 moved to Parks and Rec, utilities, buildings and ground.
Yep.
Yeah,
Old Town Hall,
Do you
26,000.
guys actually have a breakdown of the different departments under leisure services?
we do not.
This is what we
Well, Davis Memorial
Yeah.
Library,
Yeah,
Limington
yeah.
Parade, Crankers,
You grab one, grab that.
yeah.
It's interesting that all the utilities moved into general town operations, and yet there was that large of a decrease.
I know, it's like an $80,000 move, and there's still a $20,000 or $18,000 decrease. 19,000.
Sorry, from,
We moved like 80,000.
yeah, but this is also up 50,
Just curious.
the camp.
But we're still down like 19,000.
Right, exactly.
Was it
We took
$7,000
80 out.
last year?
We added
Yes.
Fireworks?
50 here. So let's see, 50, 60, 70.
So what added,
80,
so we added 50 to the Parks and Rec, Moimodeo.
55.
That's just operations, normal, like more staff and,
Yeah, I think it's more,
50 between those three budgets, $50,000 got moved into Public Works. But then I think that leaves like $40,000 from Old Town Hall and Moimodeo that got moved into Parks and Rec.
Right, and it's gone 328 to 385.
for Leamington Parks and
Right,
Rec,
17%.
Montedale Camp.
So there's
Some money came out, some money went in.
And there's some payroll increases and things like that
Yeah.
in there as well.
Yeah.
it's not a.
More
it's-
hours.
It's not
More
easily
hours.
More
yeah,
hours.
determined.
More hours for the camp. I'm sorry, what's that?
It's not easily determined. Moved 80 out, it increased by 50, not quite, 47 or whatever.
Yeah.
But it's not easy
Right.
to see
well,
the straight.
Back
If
to-
you
back to
have,
Steve's
if
comment at
you
the
still
beginning.
have the
Yeah.
spreadsheets I gave you last time we met,
Yeah.
that second one has,
Well, I'm not worried about it. I'm,
I guess
I'm
the
good with
total-
this. Does anybody have concern or question? I'm good with it based on what we heard the last time.
okay.
Are you good with it at 462,069?
Madison?
With my, I can't speak to the other departments that are in there, but my numbers are correct.
Yeah.
I'm in favor.
Okay, all right, so Jake is in favor. Steve,
In favor.
in favor. This is Article 8. Gary,
In favor.
in favor. I am in favor. Okay, Article 9. To see what sum of money the town will raise to appropriate and deposit into the capital improvement reserve account. Requested amount, 500,000. That follows our capital
That's what
plan.
we've been saying.
Correct. However, what's interesting is that does not match what is on here.
On what?
This says 420,400. This article says 500. I am in favor of this article,
Probably the
but,
select board might have said.
do you have one, Steve? Here,
I did. It's in, I get too much paper.
I know. Oh, there's one right there.
One of these?
Okay, yeah.
Do we know what the offsets are?
I don't.
Because much like last year, how much money did we bring in? Can we pull money out of offsets and fund that with more?
Where,
Yeah,
We're taking another $300,000 in offsets this year. Last year, we took 2.2 million. This year, it's proposed to take 2.5.
Okay.
Anybody know about the mower? Should we ask?
So,
Yeah, what's that? Yeah, we do. Well, we do have a question. We saw 3 opposed to the mower. Anything you wanted to share about that, or anything we should be aware of?
No, just, we've got working mowers at this point, and we wanna put it to the people, that's why we
Yeah.
talked about striking it, and just not putting it out there, but we'll let the people decide.
Okay,
That's how I feel, it's
Yeah.
power to the people.
okay.
If they want it, or if you guys want it,
yeah,
the problem,
We wanted to leave it on there because the department requested it.
yes,
yeah,
Gotcha.
yeah.
respect to the departments.
Yeah, okay.
So we don't know what the discussion is.
Should have been me.
What meeting?
Well,
When is this meeting?
What are you talking about?
Our meeting.
What'd you say?
We don't know what the discussion's been. What's the discussion for it? What's the discussion against it?
Okay, well, no, honestly, okay. So our discussion on the mower,
Who are you?
Jason Webster,
Where do you live?
Freedom Way. Our discussion on the mower was the fact that it's, what's the name of it? Turf Dog, or, it just sounds like a Happy Harry homeowner mower that's not gonna last, to be honest. You know, you're not gonna get errands, or, most of those mowers are $12,000, $15,000, $20,000 for a commercial style.
yeah.
If that was the case in this situation, I think I'd be more apt to vote for it, because I just don't think that the not Harbor Freight, but Tractor Supply mower is gonna hold up to the person using it.
Yeah,
No, I mean, I just don't think it's gonna hold up to towns.
yeah.
I would just add that we've been using a homeowner $500 42-inch lawnmowers for a number of years.
Okay, no, I understand, but it's a John Deere. You got a John Deere.
From Home
the Deere's they
Depot.
run. I know, but that's why I said, here's the deal. We all leave it. It's
Yeah.
your vote. You guys will vote your situation, and then we'll see what the people want to do. If the
Yeah.
people think that, okay, Jake can get the lawns done in half the time, and we want to give him a mower, then it's the people that speak, so.
Yeah, no, it's good
Yeah,
context.
yeah.
Appreciate that.
Yep, no, absolutely. Any other?
Yeah,
Well, we
we were
haven't
on
got that
Article
far.
9. We were on Article 9 about
It
the
took us a while.
Yeah, it took us a while to get through them.
capital improvement
Yeah.
account. And someone was saying that was different than the number on this.
Yeah,
Yes, so we come to the conclusion that we think the 500 should stay across the board.
Yeah.
We don't want to go backwards.
right.
And that's just, looking at the 29, and we got 1.3 for, a fire truck, we're trying to get as close to that without taking a hit in 1 year, so.
I agree totally
There's no
with that.
sense to try to cut it back.
Yeah.
Everybody's been, we don't want to pay that, but everybody's used to it. And it's been the norm, and why change a good thing is how I feel.
So certainly,
I think I speak for the board.
Yeah,
not decrease it, but did
No,
you think about increasing it?
well, I
We're
don't,
taking an
Reads what, to see what's some.
right.
yeah, so they could, they can, if they want to, increase it, the people.
Yeah,
But I think 5 is a good number. We've been going that route. And,
yeah.
after last year's increase, it was 610, I think, last year. So, 500 would be a little decrease for them, but I think a 500 in the next 3 years, rather than it decreasing like the map shows, I think
Yeah.
500 is where I feel. And I think we're all in agreement that 500 should stay right across the board.
Because we've got an extra $300,000 we're taking in offsets this year, or proposed to.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And that's where we found the extra 110 last year. We just wondered if any of that 300,000 could be added to that.
To what?
Want to take
Capital.
it from the offsets and put it in capital?
Not take it from, use it. The offsets are
You don't want to
300,000.
take, Teddy don't want, the offsets that we voted on.
like the numbers that are there.
Yeah, she don't wanna, we talked about moving some, and she wasn't,
Who?
Patty,
Yeah.
yeah, so, she follows that very closely.
But isn't that the same? I mean,
I'm not
does
saying
that
take,
matter?
I'm
No, no.
just talking about using the same amount of offsets that's requested here. But
Isn't it just
allocating
different egg
more
in
of
the
it
different
to,
basket?
well, this particular basket has a much higher interest rate.
Oh, then putting it into a checking account or something?
Right.
So,
Depends on what you're gonna do with it.
I mean, obviously, if there's extra money of the people's sitting in accounts that can be used
Should
as
be making
offsets,
money.
then absolutely do that. But to Jake's point, the reason we did what we did in March of '25 was because if you reduce the tax or the appropriation so extreme in one year, and you don't have those same revenues the following year, now you're creating a huge increase the following year. So we cut that increase in offsets in half to give a break to the taxpayer and to fund the capital reserve account better, all while not creating a new impact to the taxpayer. So,
And still reduced.
but I think
the-
those are conversations, because of the way this article is written, for capital improvements. Those are conversations that should happen on the floor again,
Yeah.
at town meeting. Because it deserves good conversation, because if the people want that all to go into a tax break, that's all well and good, but they should know that if the revenues aren't the same that next year,
Right.
it's not going to be a tax break
Could be
going
whiplash.
forward. Right.
Could be whiplash. Yeah.
Great.
Okay.
So we're voting?
Yeah, sorry, we're on Article 9.
Ish. Yep.
Yeah. So, Article 9?
I'm in favor.
500,000,
Yeah, 500,000, yeah. In favor, Steve?
yes.
Okay, Gary?
No, well, I don't, is it in favor or is it a number?
No, it's in
That's the
favor.
number.
Yeah, I think we're voting on, are we in favor of the way
So
this
aren't we
is?
supposed to be the ones who decide a requested amount?
Yes.
Well, I mean, I think,
Yeah,
we have.
no, I get that, but, yeah. In the past, I believe, I could be wrong, but it said what amount?
Yes.
And there wasn't a recommendation
Oh.
from the select board.
They're usually.
Doesn't matter, it's
Last
the
year,
same
last
thing.
year it's the same.
Steve, would you like to make a motion with a number? that we?
500,000,
Hey, I'll second that.
it's just process.
Last year was the same article.
Okay,
Those of
great.
us in favor, sorry, go ahead.
All right, Gary?
Of 500?
All
Yeah,
Are
it's
you
in favor, yeah.
In favor. All right,
Yeah.
Jake is in favor.
Sure.
I am in favor.
Yeah.
So, we're good.
Do you have any other questions for the select board?
Yeah, I don't,
While they're
You
here?
should let them go.
And just a note, I would
I mean,
very
14,
much,
they're
if
opposed.
anybody's paying attention, I'd very much like Article 9 to say, Select Board's recommendation and Financial Advisory's recommendation, even if they are the same thing.
Yeah, yeah,
Instead of requested,
yeah,
I would like it to
I
say
agree.
their recommendation and ours.
that would be much clearer.
Does that make sense? Does that make sense? Yeah.
The lines say FAC and board in favor.
Our recommendations.
okay, so if there are any changes to this, I mean, we're voting on exactly how this reads. If there are changes to it,
It's just the way that's written up.
yeah?
Nothing changes.
Right.
I'm just saying that instead of requested amount, it should say the select board's recommendation is $500,000, and then the financial advisory's recommendation is $500,000.
Yeah,
They both happen to be the same this year, but they won't always necessarily.
Yeah. But from a process perspective, I think this came up, I don't know, I think this came up last year, like, we had voted and then some things changed, and so we were very particular about making sure that we're voting on exactly the language.
Yep.
As it's printed.
And we just voted on 500,000. If they come up and it gets
Right.
printed and said the financial advisory board recommends 400,000, then we'll have something to
Agreed.
complain about.
Exactly.
Which happened
Exactly.
last few years.
That happened
Yeah.
last year.
Yes. Okay,
While they're here,
Yes.
Article 18,
yep.
1 in favor, 2 opposed for the ceiling array microphone system. I have no clue what that is.
That's in here.
Did you skip ahead?
It's a,
Oh, while they're
Skip
here.
ahead.
it's a new state-of-the-art ceiling tile that, standing here, there's no more mics. It can hear you guys perfectly. It can hear me. I step back, you don't hear me talking now. It's how, it's all, they can beam it to wherever, and it's $15,000 or $14,000.
There will be a presentation.
There'll be a presentation about it. With that being said, it's, once again, out to the people. State of the art. I know there's a lot of people that complain that they can't hear. I just got texts saying, this is what's in and out, talking about car. I don't know what was going on. My wife was texting me, but, so it's definitely a well update from this system. And we have a video, we can probably get it sent out. It's pretty neat. It's technology.
Using it right now, too.
Yeah, Buxton has it. It's pretty wild. No more, none of that.
Yeah.
It's pretty crazy, so.
Do we
What
know,
article did
do
you
we
go to?
know approximately how many people watch at home?
I've asked that question, and not really. Sometimes 25, but there's no way of telling on cable who's watching. YouTube, you get the little icon, but
Yeah.
you can
So the-
see how many times it's been viewed after.
Yeah.
You know, you get a couple hundred views, but did,
But don't
You know,
forget
certain-
that what these microphones are recording is also on YouTube forever.
Yeah,
So that can get watched. It doesn't have to be live on TV.
Right.
But these record and go out to
Yeah.
YouTube as well.
even if it's 200. It's a lot of, that's a big investment for,
Not a ton of.
for not a ton of viewership.
It's usually the secretary doing the minutes.
Yeah, yeah, it's usually them trying to figure out, okay, what
Yeah.
got said?
But yeah, rewind, password rewind. And your name, please?
I'm not gonna tell you what other people call me.
This
One of the things that we were presented with when they showed it to us was that you could sit back, okay, and you could be heard.
Yeah.
It's like a curtain that, like, from the edge of the table back,
Yeah.
it picked all of that up. So it would pick up conversations, even if you don't have your face at the mic, right? Which a lot of people can't hear if you're not doing that. So,
Yeah.
and like Jason said, you can also spot, you know, and they could do like 12 feet, so that you could have a person standing here that has asked a question and a person standing here that's answering it, still being heard without standing up here like I am at the mic.
Sounds dangerous.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but if Jason started talking back there, the operator could point at him and pick him up.
I think it's
But somebody would have to
preset.
do that, right?
No.
Preset zones.
So you can't pinpoint somebody.
You wouldn't be able to hear the whole back row talking during
Well, I know
town
that, but
meeting.
could the operator in the little room back here
No,
turn it on
No.
for, okay.
yeah,
It's all preset. It's technology.
so, we,
It's more
They-
or less for Daryl, when, I'm not trying to call, sorry, Daryl, but at the planning board meetings, Daryl has a tendency sitting there as
Lean back.
he leans back, he's talking, and then Joyce is getting mad because she can't hear him, and it's kind of for that situation. It really does. I mean, well, I'll try to get the video sent out to you guys. To watch it is pretty impressive, so.
But they got a vote tonight. So
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, yeah. but-
All right.
we just thought that was one more thing that we'd let the people
The people.
choose.
Yeah.
Okay,
Article 10.
yeah. I
Do you-
think that's it.
There was one other one, Article 13, there was one opposed for Public Works tractor with various attachments, $50,000 for a tractor and various attachments. There was 2 in favor, 1 opposed.
14.
I got Article 13.
Same, oh no, it's abstaining.
Yeah, so the mower was 14, the tractor is 13.
Right.
So that's the.
No, the tractors,
Article 4 was removed, so we have the old version.
Oh,
We never
we didn't
used
get
the
the
new
new
version.
printed, so.
Okay, so whichever one the tractor is,
The
we
$50,000 tractor,
Yeah.
yeah, there's 1 opposed and 2 for. The opposer when I seen that. No, I just,
I saw no need for it.
he saw no need for it. I don't know what else to tell you.
Okay.
I think it's a good, I own the same tractor. I own that actual tractor, so
Yeah.
it's a pretty neat unit. I think it'll work well for the town. It'll cut the time of mowing with the flail mower, rather than using an excavator and 3 guys, you put 1 guy in a tractor and send them out. And they can do the same thing, so. I mean, there's pros and cons, you know, to everything, but once again, the people are gonna decide if that's what they wanna
We
spend.
thought that if it came with a mower attachment on the back end, that you wouldn't need your.
You can buy a finish mower for the back of it.
Yeah, you're not doing
The other
ball
question
fields
is-
with
No,
that.
that's what I said, it's 10,000-pound machine.
Where are we gonna store this tractor?
Yeah, we don't.
We have a cold storage building down
No.
The loader sits outside.
Most farmers keep their
I
tractors
don't know
outside.
anything about the tractor, so I saw his.
We can back it into the
You only need 2.
salt box.
No, you can, I mean, it's just, you can fit it in the garage.
You can block the open door to the salt box.
But there's a lot, there's a lot of attachments that can be purchased with it
$1,000 trailer set.
to Moimodeo, grading the road, keeping the area down there clean. I mean, there's a lot of bonuses to it. I have 8 attachments myself, so.
Really?
We had,
What have you got?
Oh, you want around?
we had a tire that was going down on the loader faster and faster every time they'd blow it up. I still don't even know what the problem with it was. But the tire company that we normally use, when I called them to come out and fix it, said there's a 3-month waiting period. And so I had to scurry around. We had a storm coming in, and the crew was pretty worried about keeping the tire aired up to be able to load the trucks. That's been my concern for, I don't know how many years it's been. But Sean had to deal with breakdowns with the loader with storms coming in, to the point where we had tried to make arrangements with Carroll's to borrow a loader because we don't have a backup. And when a storm comes in, it's kind of significant. At best, now, if we have a breakdown, we have to use the excavator to load it. So this is one of the reasons why we thought it was a good idea to have this, because though its main purpose is to do roadside mowing, large area mowing where we don't, it's not like lawn, but we maintain like the parking lot at Moimodeo, the backup parking lot, the transfer station hill, the back parking area of the ball field. Those are areas that don't get mowed with a lawnmower. In fact, it's pretty rough for a lawnmower because they're dirt and get rutted up. People go down there all the time, spin it up, all those things, where that would just drive over it and be fine. We talked about getting forks for it because they're very inexpensive, but it gives it more use. So Public Works, so we get barrels of hydraulic fluid and oil, things like that, pallets of Speedy Dry, or like the ice melt. We have to unload by hand. If we had pallet forks, we could just, drive it to the pallet and pull it out. What else was there for attachments?
We talked about putting a snow pusher on it.
Oh, yeah, what was that, like $2,500, I think, was
Something like
the
that.
cost of the snow pusher. It's an 8-foot wide snow pusher. So thinking for like here, the parking lot, transfer station, where they go down with a big pusher now, which needs repair, the things are breaking through on the steel. But when you're going around the fence for the roll-off cans or whatever, with the smaller pusher, you can get in there and maneuver better.
So it's a little dicey with the big one because it's 12-foot wide
Right, that's,
going down the road.
yeah. But yeah, there was a lot of reasons, and it's new to the plan. I justified it by adding, we adjusted the Public Works request. I think over this year and next, there would be $225,000 in requests. We put those together, $200,000 for one truck, because what was in there wouldn't buy one truck. So we'd have to do some finagling anyway. And then the $85,000 in savings on the public safety side that we had gotten in grants. So we added $25,000 to the overall request, but took that out of the $85,000 that we removed, so.
So between the 2 departments that you're in charge of, what was the net change in capital? Was it 25? Is that what you just said?
So, I'll read it to you if somebody wants to write it down, but we we took 85,000 out of fire EMS, but we increased the work to the public safety building by $10,000 because we got quotes to redo the floor, which has been on the list. This got pushed out from last year. So 30,000
Thank you.
to do the work for the public safety building, and then increase of 25,000 to public works. So it's
Is that the old
a
one?
Yes.
$50,000 reduction after you do the math.
The old one was 170. This is 95. It
Oh,
was
right, but it's-
100.
It changed multiple years though, right? Because he's combining two trucks into one somewhere. Right here.
Yep,
So plow trucks.
right here.
So instead of doing one for 100,000 this year and one for 100,000 next year or whatever it
Actually,
is,
100 and then 50.
then 50 and then
500,000.
100 and then 50 and then 145, which,
Right.
Isn't that
Well, those were
what the
placeholders when we first did
Right.
this.
This is old.
Right.
So-
And that's why
This was
I
the-
thought it
this
was
just a
prudent to
spreadsheet.
combine those 2
Okay.
years
Matt
so that we
had.
could buy
Okay.
one truck. I did the
So
same
this is
thing
not
with the
Okay.
28, 29, I believe it is,
Yeah, that was just
Public
a-
Works.
Yep,
in my
we
notes.
did.
Okay.
Because what had been put in for
meeting,
placeholders
Yeah.
wasn't, you know,
Right.
it wouldn't buy.
Right. Again, they were,
So basically what
I
I'm
think it's just
getting
an
at is
addition
that the
of all his
placeholders that we had in
Excel
there,
spreadsheet numbers.
we made them more
Yeah.
realistic numbers for certain things,
We
added the
told them we were
tractor
like, you know,
and
Right.
took away some stuff
And
and,
reduce the
Yeah.
combined request by $50,000.
right.
yeah.
down to the nearest
So
dollar.
even with the tractor.
Okay,
Gotta throw some paper out.
okay.
And I'd be happy to give my opinion on the tractor if anybody wants it.
Well, when we get there. All right,
I want your opinion on both,
That's what I, on what?
on both.
so, we're on
Oh,
Article
absolutely.
10.
Yes.
If the town will vote to approve $20,000 for the Parks and Rec Department to come out of capital improvement reserve account for the irrigation for the ball field. Any funds spent less than 20,000 will be returned to capital reserve account.
I guess I don't remember that. If that was one of the proposals.
There's no date on that. Didn't we date everything? We talked about date and everything, so that work to be completed by,
Athletic fields improvements.
Oh, that was irrigation, not. Was there other improvements done in the past over there?
yes.
Yeah, playground equipment and the pickleball court, the basketball and pickleball court. Yeah.
Not the
Yeah.
field
Yeah.
itself.
I think,
So originally we had 46,000 in 2026. This is down to 20 at this point.
yeah,
So-
I think there was some for either the Old Town Hall or Moy-Madeo originally, and that was taken out.
Yep.
Did the improvements for Field 2 come out of capital? Or did not?
No, that came out of the regular budget
Okay.
for material. Yep, yep. So yeah, that 20,000 is for irrigation for the ball field. I was looking at a Kifco water wheel, a retractable sprinkler system, rather than like in-ground
Not underground.
irrigation. Yeah, because then we're talking $40,000. I don't think it's gonna be quite $20,000, but the Kifco water wheel itself is a little over 10, and then I think we're gonna have to do some plumbing upgrades in the field house to connect it all.
That's what I was
So
wondering.
just leaving wiggle room for that. Yep.
So do we literally use a hose now?
We don't use anything.
Well,
Oh, we
yeah,
don't-
Well, yes.
we used several
Hose.
residential sprinklers
Okay.
that we had to move
Hey.
several times a day dealing. No, it worked, but it was a lot of
They were
work.
slightly
It was
better
a
than
lot of work.
residential.
No, well, yes, yes. But that was just for one section of the field.
This
This
one, this
would
one
be,
moved?
yeah, so you pull it out and then it retracts by itself and has a moving wand to get the whole field. So we would just have to run it out once on field 2 and then run it out once on field 1. And then, well, I'll wait till the article.
Yeah.
The mower, is the mower moved under,
14.
Yeah.
does it show up under Public Works or Parks and Rec though? I'm just curious.
Public Works.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, Article 10.
so you can't
Yes.
speak about it.
Steve, you're in favor?
Yes.
Gary?
Yes.
Jake?
Yes.
I am in favor, so we're all in favor. Okay, Article 11. See if the town will approve $65,000 for the fire department to come out of capital improvement for a forestry truck. 2 are in favor and 1 abstain from the select board.
That's on our budget plan.
That was on our capital plan. I'm good if anybody need.
Sounds good.
Steve?
Sure.
In favor?
Yeah.
Okay, Gary?
Yep.
Jake? Are you?
Yep. Yes.
I am in favor. Okay. Article 12.
Was hoping to make a comment, but
Oh, yeah. No, you want to comment?
off subject a little bit. So it was just mentioned a little bit. As you know, I'm part of the fire department here, and as a select board member, I had to abstain from fire department stuff. So I hope that members of this board who work for the town are abstaining from voting for items that they're going to potentially work with. So,
Yeah.
Relax.
was
Have you tapped that? It was-
sorry, it was cold outside.
stress that every talked about it. He was abstaining.
Okay.
Don't tell him. Let him watch the video.
It was just brought up to me by the other board members, so I walked back in. So, I just want to make sure that it was fair for the townspeople, that we're not voting for stuff that we're going to be using ourselves. So, okay?
Okay.
Selectwood makes decisions
I
financially.
mean, you did abstain from the budget, yeah, the overall budget piece, so, yeah.
They're not the same.
I know, but still.
Well, so does Article 10,
We're not the
does that
same.
change? The irrigation for the ball field, is that? That's Parks and Rec, never mind. And then the fire department. No, we're good.
So we're on
Okay.
12.
So we are
strongly
on
in favor.
12. Yep.
I mean, if I was going to abstain from everything that I might touch, I might as well go home now.
Well, no, I think it's just Public Works, right? All right. So. See if the town will vote to approve $30,000 for the fire department to come out of capital improvement reserve account for central station repairs. Any funds less than 30,000 be returned. Capital reserve account. 2 in favor and 1 abstain from the select board. That was on our capital improvement plan all along. Actually, it was at 20, and then I think, I remember hearing that there was something that needed to be a little bit more money.
Can we-
We went up, we meaning Jake, called companies, had them come out, look at the floor. That's, was our priority. They gave estimates. The cheapest of them, which I think will do less work, but I think it'll be sufficient, was right around 23,000. But there's the wall of the day room next to the ambulance, we're confident is rotted out because the water runs underneath the wall.
Yeah.
So while we're doing that work to the floor, we'd like to take that wall up to get rid of the rot and then replace it. So
Sure.
I think it might actually, with the work that we want to do, might come in more than the 30,000. But we have always had money for building
Repairs.
maintenance.
Yeah. Okay. I'm good. Steve,
Yes,
in favor?
During town meeting, are we able to modify these articles
I don't think so.
by adding an end date?
Gary,
Yes.
in favor?
a motion to reduce.
No, I mean to change to put a date in,
Oh, I think you can, because it doesn't change the.
in town.
Right.
Right.
Jake?
In favor.
All right, I am in favor. Okay, Article 13. See if the town will vote to approve up to $50,000 for Public Works to come out of the capital improvement reserve account for a tractor with various attachments. Any funds less than $50,000 to be returned to the capital improvement reserve account. Select Board 2 are in favor, 1 was opposed. We heard some conversation about this
Yeah.
already. Steve,
Yes,
in favor? Gary?
Any thoughts from Jay?
Do you have a question?
I think he's gonna abstain.
I'm not.
Oh, okay, even though this is Public Works?
It's Public Works, but it's not for me.
It's not about buildings and grounds.
Okay,
It's not, the intention is not for building and grounds. I might use it, just like I might use a plow truck that's down there.
Yeah.
But the
Okay.
intent of this tractor is to mow roadsides, which is a highway crew thing.
Okay,
What do we do now? What did we do?
Well, we
So
really
now-
haven't done anything. And that's why we're using a forestry head on an excavator with 3 people and 2 trucks.
right.
Because that does how long is Boothby Road? 3 miles? How long is Boothby Road? 3 miles?
Maybe.
It took them 2 weeks to do 3 miles of road. Now granted, it needs to be done because they mowed everything back within the right of way. But going forward, now that that's mowed, anything that comes up in a year, you can buzz over with a roadside mower and keep it maintained. And I think it's ridiculous to wait until the trees are on the edge of the pavement before we go out with a forestry head again and spend 3 guys a
On
week.
my
to
road,
do-
they always, maybe not last year, I don't know, but they've always come through. I don't know if it's a sub or.
We don't have any subs mowing roadsides.
So
But we did have, my road got mowed.
while
Well,
Sean
Bushcraft or
was the director, he focused on the roads that were getting paved. He would ditch them, and while ditching, they would limb, dig back essentially, and then move on to the next road for the next season, whatever's going to be paved or whatever. To Jake's point, the forestry head, I think, has done phenomenal based on the feedback we're getting from the citizens and how much the visibility is improved and things like that. But it doesn't have to happen every year to the roads that have been done if we keep up with it. And that's exactly Jake's point, is that we can, in a couple of weeks, we can do all the roads in town with this versus the couple of weeks it took to do one road just to get it back to where it needs to be. So it's a saving. And flail mowing will be cleaner than that forestry head ripping trees apart and stuff, so.
All right, so Steve is in favor. Gary,
In favor, yeah.
in favor. Jake,
In favor.
and I am in favor. Okay,
And then the versatility of the tractor lets you add other things to it that would also be useful.
it's already sold.
Right, no, right,
Stop talking when it's already
but
sold.
we're on air.
I'm
I
teasing,
want everybody to understand it.
I'm teasing. Sorry.
Yeah, we all heard what Madison said, but say it on the mic, everybody hears what Madison said.
To see if Article 14, to see if the town will vote to approve up to $6,100 for the Public Works Department to come out of Capital Improvement Reserve Account for the following item: a mower for all town property. Any funds spent less than $6,100 to be returned to the Capital Improvement Reserve Account. Select Board was 3 opposed, and we heard earlier there's some concern about the quality of the particular equipment being.
Just for context, that was originally in my capital improvement plan. I think I put that in there 3 years ago.
Okay,
That was based on a quote from North Country Tractor in Sanford for a zero-turn mower,
yep,
ideally to do the ball fields, because at the time, we would have 3 or 4 public works guys on residential mowers, spending half the day mowing the ball fields. So now we have one person mowing the entire town. And yes, we do have residential mowers that are quite slow, but I think the zero turn would be much more efficient for one person mowing the entire town.
okay.
It's a John Deere mower with a 42-inch deck, doing 3 ball fields, the town hall, the library, the old town hall, Moybadale.
Moymedale.
How big is the new one?
60-inch deck. So, I mean, and it's also zero turn. So you could do, it would cut the time easily in half. Oh, and transfer station.
So is it gonna save us money on staff hours?
I think our building and maintenance tech has a lot to keep them busy besides mowing. So yes, I think it would be way more efficient time-wise, getting other things done, not spending days and days mowing the town.
Yes.
Okay, Steve is in favor.
Love it when I don't have to say it.
Gary,
In favor.
you're in favor. Jake, are you,
I'm in favor.
okay?
Can you vote on that?
Yeah,
I don't see why I can't.
It's just a
Okay.
recommendation, like Neil said.
and I am in favor. Okay. Article 15, see if the town will vote to approve up to $200,000 for Public Works Department to come out of capital improvement reserve account for the following item: plow truck. Any funds spent less than $200,000 to be returned to the capital improvement reserve account. 3, select board in favor. Steve?
Yes.
Yep, in favor. Gary?
Yes.
In favor. Jake?
In favor.
Yeah. And I am in favor. We've already talked about basically rejiggering some of the timing of some of the capital we had already recommended. All right. Article 16, to see if the town will vote to approve $9,000 for the transfer station to come out of capital improvement reserve account for the following item: a trailer to store and haul mattresses. Any funds spent less than $9,000 to be returned to capital improvement reserve account. Select board 3 are in favor, 0 opposed.
I forget what that was for. I mean, is it
We've never discussed it.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, do we really have to spend $9,000 for mattresses? Gosh, wow.
So what, they go in the roll-off now.
Mm-hmm.
So
And it
what's-
rains on them.
Yeah,
So they're gonna be in
They
what, a
soaking
big
wet.
box like cargo?
and so the
The big-
tonnage, right?
So the way it currently is, we pay the tonnage for mattresses plus $25 per mattress or box spring. So we're paying weight and a per item fee.
Ballpark, how much is it for a mattress when it's soaked?
The estimate that I got from our trash hauler was it could easily be 200 to 300 pounds. 6 cents a pound, something like that.
Okay.
So it's another $10 to $15 probably.
Okay, just $9,000 at,
What is this trailer?
Just
It's like
in,
it's like a semi-truck trailer?
no. Nope.
even at $15 a mattress extra. That's 600 mattresses. Is that,
That's less than 6 years worth of mattresses.
okay, so we get 100 a year.
We do about 150 a year.
Okay,
With hauling them separate from the roll-off, are we still paying weight?
Yes.
Or would we? Okay.
Yep.
So we get double charged no matter what we do.
We get double charged no matter what we do.
And do they have an explanation, or did you ever get an explanation as to why?
Yes. I talked with Steve Kelly, who's our representative to Eco Maine, and he said that because mattresses take special care or special handling, not really special, but there's more handling, because they have to kind of separate them, but he also said that they go in the incinerator and then they go and pull the metal out of the ash and recycle that. I said, well, what about a foam mattress? He says, well, there's no way to tell when it comes across. So
This
there's,
is probably a conversation better for him and Eco Maine, but why don't they jack the fee of the mattress per up so that we can carry that cost to the person who's actually disposing it?
that's
We
what,
can't do that with tonnage.
that's one of the things that we talked about, was increasing what we charge for a mattress to cover the cost of the weight, the extra $10 or whatever. Then there was a lot of discussion about how many mattresses you'd find beside the road, because they're now paying $35 to get rid of them, but. And that's a mattress or a box spring regardless of the size.
You know, there's,
So basically, by putting these in an enclosed trailer, we're saving on the tonnage because they're dry.
So DEP would allow a trailer to stay there? No, that's always been an issue.
When they come, we move it.
And what is this trailer? Just curious.
what I'm hearing is
So
that the whole transfer station operation is in the process of being reevaluated
Right.
with Wayne's retirement.
And-
doesn't have a transfer station, the same.
So I'm
I haven't seen
opposed
any
to
more
this
mattresses
not
outside there.
because of the trailer, but
This is
I'd like to
Limington.
see a overall plan here for what's needed, not just piecemeal.
So the trailer, the two trailers that I priced out One was an aluminum trailer, 7x16, which I figured would hold about a dozen mattresses, which would be 1 month's worth of, kind of just averaging it out, with about 1 month's worth of mattresses. So a 7x16 trailer aluminum frame is like $8,500.
Most of those
Eight-
mattresses
$8,000.
probably come in Memorial Day weekend, when people are clearing out their camps.
Right. And then
Majority, I'm sure.
you can get like a steel framed 7x16 for like 6,500, which we don't need an aluminum one. We're hauling it once a month. It can be whatever. And then there was some discussion about getting a larger one so that we'd make less frequent trips to Eco Maine. It's only half an hour from here, but less frequent trips. A larger one that's used that we could put up there instead. So you could get maybe twice as many mattresses, get like an 8.5 by 20 or something like that. But
Does that mean the roll-off will have more capacity?
yes,
I know
that's
it
the
run-
other.
We run out of capacity now.
That's the other thing that it does, is frees up the space in those demo roll-offs, because the mattresses are in a different place. So less frequent hauling of the roll-offs, potentially. But I'm not gonna say, there's a cost to running them into Eco Maine. I mean, that's a couple hours with one of our transfer attendants, and
And is Eco Maine still less expensive than going to Riverside?
yes, I was told today Riverside charges $65 a mattress, plus tonnage.
Wow.
He told me that they all double charge. They'll charge tonnage coming in, then count your mattresses. And even if you had an open container full of mattresses, they're gonna dump it on the floor and count them. The other option that I looked up, my brother is Public Works Director in Conway. They own a trailer. They can get 150 mattresses in it on average per load, and they truck it to Massachusetts to a mattress recycling facility and pay $21 flat fee, no tonnage. However, it costs them about $450 for a round trip. For us, that's a year's worth of mattresses though, so you'd have to do that once a year. But we would need to own that trailer because it's gonna sit there, doesn't make sense to rent it from somebody that, and then contract with a hauler, with a truck, to truck it down there once a year and empty it.
What's one of those trailers cost?
About 12,000 for a 2012 one that I saw online.
Yeah.
Road ready.
So not much different.
A little bit more pricey to get, I mean, you're talking about something that's new versus something that's 20 years old or 10 years old.
So then I guess, to Steve's point too, and I know transfer operations are being looked at right now, maybe this isn't the year to commit to this, like based on what you were just talking about. And we risk one more year of some extra tonnage
For a few $100.
for a few $100 while that's all really being reassessed.
But the other, the other thing to consider is, and I get what you're saying, the other thing to consider is that even if this gets approved, if we go up there and decide that we don't need this, we're not just gonna buy a trailer because it's been approved.
Yeah. Yeah.
So you're not gonna buy it, hopefully, until you work out all the transfer station.
We'll figure out what we
sanitation
actually
issues, whatever.
need. I mean, if it gets approved and we decide we need it, that's what we're gonna do, but. But,
Not to sound opposed to the idea, because I don't think I am. I think Jake's been doing a lot of work in a very short amount of time to try to look at alternatives to what we're paying, because it's just getting worse and worse. That being said, where it is a capital item, that's money that's already in an account. And if a plan were to come together and this were to get voted down or whatever, there can always be a special town meeting to pull from that same account. It's not going to take money from undesignated funds that wasn't planned on or require taxation, outside of what people vote on at town meeting. So it's not the end of the world if it were to get voted down in March and then a plan comes together and gets presented to the people.
Okay.
and my feeling is that we go to $35 a mattress anyways, and that covers the cost of our trailer.
In how many years?
150 mattresses a year times $10. 1,500 a year. You just did the math. 6 years, right?
Yeah, 600 mattresses.
Yeah, 600 mattresses. So less than 6 years.
Right.
But the other advantage to the trailer is there's great resale, or there's possibly other uses for it. So it's not like, maybe not at an auction, but but there's other uses that could be available for it.
And we have like a trailer we bought a couple of years ago, I think, for like Public Works to keep all their stuff safe
Yep,
on a job site or whatever.
yep. And that's now where the lawnmowers live.
So it's not, yeah, so we have.
And I'm very glad it didn't sell at auction. Because all my lawnmowers got kicked out of the Public Works building.
All right, we still have a lot of articles. Are we ready?
Yeah,
Steve?
no.
Okay. Gary?
Yes.
Jake?
Yes.
Just wanted to be clear about my reason.
No, I'm very clear. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm with you.
Yeah, I'm kind of in the same boat, again, for the same reasons, so
Yeah, it
I'm opposed.
doesn't hurt my feelings either way it goes. It's,
All right.
I mean, we're just trying to make improvements up there, and
Yeah,
Yeah,
the next article might solve the issue.
okay, see if the town will, Article 17, to see if the town will vote to approve up to $8,500 for the transfer station to come out of the capital improvement account for the following item: a single mechanized roll-off cover.
Would you like to see a video?
I saw it, it's very cool.
No.
But there's a typo here.
I'm good. There
If
is,
you read 8,500 and then any funds less than,
yeah,
11.5?
11,005 to be returned, yeah. It should be, should the article be 8,500
Uh,
11.5.
or 11,500?
8,500 is for one of the covers. We originally talked about getting two different style covers, which were gonna be 11,500. So I think it's probably supposed to be 8,500.
Yeah,
Because
that's
we
what's,
talked about getting just one of the one style.
8,500 is in this too. Okay, so I'll point that out, that it should be 8,500 here.
So then there's 8,500 in the capital improvement for next year too, 27. Is that the
for
second
a
one?
second
maybe?
one.
Yeah,
That would
for
be
the
for the
second
second one.
Yep,
If we prove the theory and it works,
Yeah.
we'll get
Yeah.
a second one.
So
And that would
that's,
cover the two of the demo containers.
so is, so it, the rain, or the, I mean, there's snow build up and they haul off the snow and that's where the money is? Or is it rain that gets stuck in the mattresses, and now with the cover, we don't have that rain in the mattress?
We also have couches, chairs, anything
Yeah.
else that collects water.
yeah,
So it's a good idea to keep the rain out of the boxes, no matter what's in them.
yeah,
And,
They hold water empty.
and
Yeah.
the
Oh, they
last,
don't drain?
Not all of them.
well, most of the ones up there probably. But,
Didn't they try, they've tried some different
the
things?
last 2 weeks, they've hauled dumpsters. They've got into Eco Maine and dumped them, and nothing's come out. They're frozen solid.
Oh, jeez.
So one time they brought it back and put it back in place and drove off. There's nothing they can do.
Wow.
all right,
Our
I'm
hauler
convinced.
came in and said, well, sometimes I take them to my shop and leave them tipped up, and maybe they'll thaw out and the rain will come out,
Wow.
but that's happened twice.
Hmm.
Rugs, all that stuff takes water, freezes in solid this time of year.
Yep.
Yeah.
We ready to vote?
Yep,
All right, Steve, Article 17,
yes.
in favor? Gary?
Yes.
Jake?
Yes.
I am in favor. Okay, Article 18, see if the town will vote to approve $14,300 for the municipal complex to come out of the capital improvement reserve account for ceiling array microphone system. One select board was in favor, 2 were opposed. We heard the conversation earlier.
No,
All right, opposed. Gary?
Opposed.
Jake?
I'm opposed.
I'm also opposed. Okay, Article 19, to see if the town will vote to approve $5,000 to come out of capital improvement reserve account for the
there's no
purchase
choice on this.
of Limington
We've
Gym.
already
Yeah, you're
committed,
right.
right?
yep.
Yes.
Right, we already committed to it, yep, so we're all in favor,
Moving along here.
yeah. Okay, Article 20, see if the town vote to appropriate $8,325 for a 3-year upgrade package for the town website.
That's what we have a handout on.
Okay, these upgrades will allow better two-way communication between the town department and residents. Okay. Reach every resident in seconds, broadcast, so what, sorry, what is this?
Text, this is text, like when your company calls out, like, you know, closes the office, you get a text.
Road closure alerts, okay. Okay, town clerk's located, suite, game changers. And, agenda management website, here one. 3 select board members were in favor.
David, is this a whole new website, or is it attached to our existing website? It definitely sounds good, but, you know, we just went and bought a whole new website a year ago.
So
Hopefully
is
it's an
the
attachment.
8,325 each for 3 different years?
Yeah,
Was that
so
the
it
total?
went from a 1-year contract to a 3-year contract in a matter of a couple days. So, I don't think they're taking over our website. I think they're gonna manage our website, but they're adding on, like add-ons to a website,
Yeah.
is the way I was reading it. So,
I'm just trying
I
to get
voted
the
yes
number.
because there was a lot of people who were talking about communication in town, how we can disseminate information.
Yes.
So it was one of the perks that was listed in the PowerPoint. I know that Matt's going to have a PowerPoint on our beautiful 85-inch television over there come town meeting.
I'm just trying to get the number right. Are we voting to spend $8,300 or $25,000
And Brian.
over 3 years?
You can't commit future money.
Yeah, it'll be for a 3-year contract, so I believe it's the higher number.
What is it,
So
8325 a year?
Yeah,
Once
Yes.
we do it this year, we have to do it the next.
shouldn't. It should just be one vote for 3 years, a 3-year contract.
So shouldn't it say 25,000 or whatever?
I would have to see what yours.
It says 83.
We did not get the new version before
Okay.
Matt left office.
So it's not 2,000
Right
a year,
here.
it's 8,000.
Right here.
Capital.
Is that a capital item?
Probably.
That's what I was just wondering too, I'm not sure.
Yeah. Yeah, good pickup.
If, well,
Doesn't say.
so, if this is subscription, then it's operating.
Yeah,
If we're really going to own the website, so that's the other thing, I can't tell if this is a subscription service.
$8,325 for the 3 years.
Okay,
okay.
For-
Well, thanks
Oh.
for clearing that up.
It's not 3
Okay.
times.
So it's $8,000 and we get 3 years.
Correct.
But what do we, like, I guess my question is, what do we pay now?
We don't.
For a
Well,
website?
I don't know who takes care of our current website. Patty manages it.
Oh, that must be in here, right?
Yeah, it should be, I would think somewhere in general town.
It's through .net, so
Is there a fee after the 3 years?
we would have to renew a contract after 3 years.
Internet service and cable.
This is the limitation of this process.
right,
Because I
exactly.
think this is a great idea, but
Yeah.
like Emil said, this is not capital improvement.
Yeah. This should have been something that Matt presented to you when you first started doing this.
I mean, it
But like I
doesn't
said, it
say-
went from a 1-year to a 3-year.
Yeah,
It doesn't say capital improvement.
Well,
It's just an article to spend the money.
Is it assumed?
which,
Oh.
I'm not sure why that would be,
You can't even vote on that.
right.
Separate article?
You have to
So-
know where the money's coming from before you can put a position on it.
yeah,
Well, and it would come out of the town operating budget. I mean, there should be a line
Yeah,
item in
yeah.
that.
Just says to raise and appropriate.
So then I guess
Yeah,
we
it's like
would
the phone
all
taxes.
abstain for this, from this, because we can't,
good, yeah.
we can't.
Wait, why?
We don't think it's capital,
It's not capital.
right?
No.
To see if the
So,
town will vote to raise and appropriate 8325 for 3 year. These upgrades will allow two-way community, doesn't say anything about capital.
And not only that, but I would want to abstain, because I need to see the presentation.
It's a poorly written
I don't know enough about it.
article, because it has to be, I think, either a capital improvement expense or integrated into another budget.
It seems.
Yeah,
Because everything else we voted on comes out of capital improvement.
Yeah,
right,
This is the first one that's not capital improvement.
correct, and, yeah,
so I agree with abstaining.
okay. Everybody else agree with abstaining?
Yeah.
Yes?
Sure.
Or
Yes,
opposing.
okay.
I mean, I mean.
Well, I just want to, I don't want to oppose it, because I don't want to send the signal that I don't think this is a good idea. I
Yeah.
really, I don't know, it might be great.
Seems
I
like it.
agree that there is a real need for much better communication.
Yeah.
Yeah, there were some, there, citizens did come in and speak to us about better communication out,
Yeah,
even though we do have Facebook, we do have the .NET, we do have our,
We don't have Facebook.
well,
the town
fire
is.
department does, but the Limington group forum, people go there,
Right.
but, you know,
But it's not an official town.
it's not
Right.
unofficial, yeah.
Yeah.
We just have our regular .NET, right? For the website, so.
Okay,
I think this process would have just made it better, more manageable.
Yeah.
And then being able to text things out, message things out to citizens. But then
I
you would
think
have
it's
to
a great
understand that
idea.
the end user would need the proper technology to receive that. So,
okay.
it seemed like a good idea at the time.
Yeah.
What's the proper technology to read it? Any cell phone?
Yeah, no flip phones.
Opt-in, I think.
Yeah,
Just
you gotta
like-
opt in
Like
and-
our free rate that we have now.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah,
You know, people might not like technology and won't receive the stuff, so we'll still be
Everybody in Limington is.
well, and here's, I guess.
at
here's
square one.
The other thing I'd say is, if this is not capital, which I have a feeling it's not, select board can decide to sign this contract and just take it out of the budget.
Yeah, the town manager can do that.
Yeah,
Well,
so,
if it doesn't violate any limits.
just maybe where it's 3 years, maybe that's
Yeah.
the tricky part.
Yeah.
Right, so
Well,
to
no,
be a capital item, it has to meet multiple things, right? Where
Right.
this exceeds the 5,000, so it does require bidding,
Mhm.
if I remember correctly. But it is a decision that can be made by the board.
Well, and it has to last 5 years, doesn't it?
That's what I mean, it
Yeah.
doesn't, just because it exceeds the 5,000 doesn't mean it's a
Yeah.
capital item.
okay,
It's to meet multiple criteria.
okay,
It's a service, right? Like,
Yep.
at the end of the 3 years, we have nothing unless we keep renting it.
Correct. It's just like our curbside trash.
Sure.
If we don't renew in 3 years, you don't have curbside trash, so,
Right. In that case, it's just like that.
yes. And it could be trash, who knows? We'll have to see the presentation.
yeah.
Could be true.
A little salty today. Speaking of sand.
All right, Article 21.
No, it was more like pepper.
To see if the town will vote to transfer $264,500 from undesignated funds to make the following reval payments: $132,250 on April 1st, 2026, and $132,250 on January 1st, 2027. And I don't need any discussion about this.
No.
Right.
We can't do that.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, because it's January 1st, 2027,
That's the
right?
next fiscal year.
Yeah. That's
We can
fine.
vote to spend the one.
Right.
Wow, okay, wait, no.
No, it's.
We're voting to move the money, not spend the money. Right?
To see if the town will vote to transfer.
Transfer,
From
yeah.
Yep,
We can have vote.
So we
to
can do
transfer.
that.
okay. Yep,
Yes.
okay, in favor, yep.
Yes.
Gary's in favor, Jake,
Yeah,
all right, I am in favor.
I think
undesignated funds.
all the rest of these articles
Yep,
are housekeeping
If
no-brainers.
it's not fiduciary, you don't have to vote on it.
Yeah,
okay, schedule of payments,
Oh, we're not even
we're
listed
not
in there
even
anyway.
on there.
Yeah,
that was the
question. The select board also questioned that So we were told that a lot of the formatting that you're seeing right now is from last year's format. He just plugged in new numbers and the different items that we were requesting, so,
Okay.
or the departments were
The only
requesting.
thing is the last one, maybe, 31,
Yeah.
Oh,
it says back about,
To see what sum of money, so Article 31, to see what sum of money the town will authorize municipal officers to transfer to offset the 2026 tax commitment. $500,000 from revenue sharing, $1 million from unassigned funds, $850,000 from excise tax, $40,000 from tree growth reimbursement, $150,000 from EMS billing, and the Moody, $11,300 from the Moody Trust Fund, for a total of $2,551,300. Yeah, and as we already talked earlier, it's $300,000 more than last year, and really, it's in the, biggest one is in the unassigned funds. Unassigned funds.
650 to 1 million.
Yeah, and then it was $650 in the warrant, and then it was moved to $750, I think, in the meeting last year. Yeah.
$500,000 more, a little more than that.
It's $300,000.
year?
$350,000 in total.
Okay.
And it's really coming from revenue sharing, another $150, and unassigned funds. From what was, so this 2.2 million, no, so I'm sorry, it's $100,000 more in revenue sharing and $250,000 more in unassigned funds. And that's it. I can never remember what the unassigned funds,
what wasn't spent?
The overage in the budget?
So what wasn't spent
Okay.
from the previous year?
No.
okay,
No?
That's not all it is. It's what's sitting in our checking account,
Okay.
just not assigned anything.
okay, so it's just cash in the bank.
Right.
All right, so,
That they can't do anything with until the townspeople tell them to.
Yeah.
okay,
Yeah, so, like, let's just say excise tax comes in more than what's projected.
Yep.
That goes into undesignated
Yes.
funds.
got it.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyone have questions, or?
This is a recommendation from Patty, I would assume.
That's what we were,
She knows more than I do about it.
that's what I was hearing, that,
Yeah, Matt worked with Patty on doing that
Yes.
particular article
Yeah.
yeah,
and putting it together, so.
and select board all voted in favor. Are we ready to vote on this? And again,
Yes.
this can be up for discussion in town meeting too.
I'm in favor until town meeting.
Okay,
Yes.
Steve?
Yeah.
Yes, well, I think they're asking for an amount, anyway. whatever.
Yes.
Support the recommendation.
Yeah.
I support the recommendation.
I make a motion that we take the recommendation as the select board.
All right,
You second that, Steve?
Yeah.
Thought so. Okay, I'm in favor.
all right, Gary, you're in favor?
Yes.
All right, Jake, you're in favor?
Yep.
I'm in favor. Okay. That is it for FAC for the warrants.
Did you have any, did anybody have any discussion with Patty about a warrant article about unexpected expenditures and having a warrant article that said the select board can spend money from undesignated funds to cover unexpected or emergency expenditures without having a special town meeting?
What warrant is that?
Hmm?
What warrant is that?
Like, why would we have that discussion? So that we don't have to have a special town meeting about an overage of trash tonnage, which was a,
People need to know that, yeah.
hmm?
Except the people need to know that.
Well,
They need to know that we went over. They'll find out at town meeting. Or, I mean, you could have a discussion at the select board meeting.
If you look at Cornish's town report, they have multiple articles that allow for the select board to spend the money, if it's there, for unexpected things or emergencies or whatever, with no explanation of what warrants the justification. What is an emergency? It's, the article says for overages, but there needs to be a reason there's an overage. Like there should be justification for that. Outside of that, we were taxed $105,000 in overlay in 2025, and I'm pretty sure less than 20,000 of that got used for its intended purpose. Part of its intended purpose is to cover like prepayment of reimbursable expenses. So like when you talk about things like that, that's what I think of, is like things that we weren't expecting that we can get money back for, like FEMA reimbursement, things like that. There's means to pay for some of those things already. But
I'm thinking about trash tonnage.
Yeah.
Because the only people that showed up at the special, so we wasted Patty's time doing a special town meeting, the town manager's time, the select board's time, all these people's time doing a special town meeting for a $30,000 overage in tonnage, which we have to pay anyway. And the only people that showed up at the special town meeting were people that were gonna be here that night anyway. That's the only reason we got 3 votes on it, or 4 votes
well,
on
we
it.
could
So it's
argue the
like-
same thing about going to referendum vote for the budget, right? Yet people don't want to do that.
So
They
is
want to be able to
ever-
talk about these things.
Is there ever a quorum required?
A quorum for what?
vote.
For
For
a
a
town,
vote.
special town
Yeah,
meeting?
special town meeting.
I mean, what is a quorum? That's just whoever shows up.
What's a quorum for the annual meeting?
There isn't one.
There isn't one.
It can be 3
You
people.
never
It
get
could
it.
be.
Yeah.
Exactly. I mean, I've been here and there's,
I mean, it could be like 20
15
people or
people.
something, I don't know.
I've been here
Well,
before,
there's,
and there were 15 or 20 people.
Really?
Yeah,
what, 4,000 residents, a
for the
quorum
annual
would be,
meeting.
2/3?
yeah.
1%?
no, it'd be one
Yeah.
more than half, isn't it?
Until taxes went
Yeah,
up
right.
significantly, that's,
So the,
yeah, there's 15 or 20 people.
No, but years ago,
Well, we
with
don't have anything to
Moimedeo,
say about this.
Right.
years ago when we started Moimedeo, we had lots of people show up.
Ah,
And it was, and some of them were us, sure, but there was like 4 or 5 of us.
it was actually a recommendation, I think, from
Okay.
Maine Municipal.
I mean, they were.
To do an
meetings
article
I
like that.
had
And it
to
was-
leave 'cause it's just, 10, 12 hours and it ain't worth it.
It was an article that said to see what
You get down
sum,
pretty
so
low
the
at the
people
end.
gave them a limit.
But
You
you'd
know.
leave for lunch and then come back.
I
You must, I mean, that was 10 years ago, you must have been.
No, there was
You go
never,
an employee appreciation event.
town
Right.
meeting, longest one I
Yeah,
ever
but-
remember is like till 1
It
o'clock.
needs to be
So that's
specific.
it. Yeah, no, I've
Last year
definitely
was
been
horrible.
here till 3 and I think people left for
Can't be
lunch.
just-
okay, so,
Yeah, well, see, my thing with the trash is like the people have said, have a transfer station, they funded it. Okay, the tonnage is over. That's something you can't predict.
It's hard to say.
Let's have a way to fund it, especially when you're in
I think so.
yeah. I
December
think-
20th
so-
or whatever it was that we
So we
were.
voted on the articles, I've got those, I will write these up, send it so everybody can see them, send it to Matt. Any old business?
Capital, future meetings?
Yes, what did we say we wanted to do about that?
So, before we get to future meetings, I probably should resign from the board. As an employee of the town that covers many different areas of all the budgets that we talk about, but, it's just not so much a conflict of interest, but I think it is, I'm critiquing the work of my managers.
Yeah.
So it's a personal conflict of interest? Well, yeah, I mean, we all are, but.
So Jake, I'm not asking you to leave your board. I think you're doing a good job here. I gave my comments to our board for the things that are on this article. I just removed myself from it. I still gave my opinion. Your opinion's valid. Doesn't mean you have to leave.
I agree with that.
Okay.
However, but I think I just,
So I will come to that, excuse me.
I don't know if we'll have much of
And I
a
know
quorum in the future
I know you
anyway.
want to get home and go to bed. I'm not used to going to bed this early, but we have a policy that says if somebody's appointed or elected to a committee and they're already on a board or committee, they can fulfill their term, and after that, they have to leave the one that they're up next for or whatever. I don't think they address full-time employment because we only had 3 full-time employees when that policy was written.
Yeah.
And so I would argue that that's kind of the same thing. So if you're assuming a role as an employee, you should term out of whatever boards you're on, and
And I wanted
And
to
not
take this
be
budget
on it.
process at least through, but now that we've voted on that, I think I probably should just,
Okay, but,
that doesn't mean I'm not gonna come.
yeah, so I just heard him say, though, that you can term out
Yeah, what's our term?
3 years.
3 years.
So you're still on the hook for a couple more years.
Are you telling me that you're gonna not accept my resignation?
Well, you have a right to resign if you want.
Anybody can leave
Yeah.
early.
But, you
But
know,
I guess,
your input's important.
yeah,
But you gotta do what's right for you.
right. Yeah, no, it's up to you.
Not everything is gonna have to do with your department in the future. Because we're gonna fix it.
And I'm gonna term out here at, this year.
You are.
I am. It'll be 3 years.
Wow,
I know,
time
the end of
flies.
this year. Yeah.
I was planning to as well.
Yeah,
I mean,
I think the board is almost done
Well,
anyway.
the question is, are you coming back?
no. I'm terming out.
Wow.
I don't think there's a lot for us to do in the future.
I disagree completely.
Yeah, I think it's an important thing, but I also think it would be important for us to meet after this, I said it earlier,
Yeah,
in terms of the function of this board and the process of how we interface with the select board and the town manager.
yeah.
So, in terms of terming out and whatever, I would hope that, I mean, you know, we put a bunch of time into this. My wish is that we would all kind of pull together with, okay, what makes sense going forward?
Sure, yeah. I think mine's at the end of this year. I think it is.
So, when does your term actually end?
I think
is
it's
it
like
town meeting?
November. I think it's like November.
November.
I would just say that I think the Financial Advisory Committee is simply advisory,
Yeah,
but they play a significant role in informing the people. And like I said before, to me, this was one of the most transparent functions of the town, and it is dwindling fast. And I don't think that's a good idea. And the more this becomes one person creating the budget, the more dangerous it is,
Yeah.
regardless of who that one person is. And so it is a necessary function.
Did you say it's a legal function?
I was trying to do the research. I don't know that it's required. However, when you have a financial advisory committee or budget committee, their position is required on fiduciary articles.
Need some new blood, that's all.
Right.
were you planning to write up something for the town report?
Oh, yes. Yep. Yeah, it's due tomorrow.
Oh, jeez.
No, but you know what? That's
Yeah,
probably
I
not
see.
far off.
See, I could be
I'll
doing
just
that
take a look at
tonight.
last year's.
Yeah,
I think
Yeah.
it's Wednesday next week.
Okay,
Get all weekend.
yep.
I gotta have my photo taken too.
Um,
We're still on it, I'll tell you later.
We'll use the one of you up on the left. The old tunnel.
Bev came up to me at
Yeah,
one day,
I'll look
she
at
says,
last year's, Steve, that you.
"You don't want your
Thank
picture
you.
today, do you?" Like, I'll take that as a hint, I need to go to shower first.
Okay. Okay,
Let's adjourn this puppy,
okay.
right?
Take a motion to adjourn.
I think you got one.
All right, do I have a second?
second.
All right, Steve, thank you.
Those in
So,
favor?
motion, meeting adjourned,
Okay.
9:50.